Hello, it's me, Connor. OGP is back. E and I, we're doing more of it. And now, here today, we are recovering from a deep pit of despair that was WWE. And what better place to go than, well, when you're at your lowest, when you're at your rock bottom, where is it you turn to? You go back home, bro. I'm Vince Russo now. Anyway, this is about IWA Mid-South, the first thing that we ever recorded on, and the thing that's always been in our hearts. So here it is now. We're no joke. 2006. Let's go back now to 2006 and have a cup of tea.
Tea, with me just like having a cup of tea. Cause I shot him in the box and Edmund just like a pie key. I run up in the house while sitting in the couch drinking no tea. The flag kick man in the face like Chipley.
Ray, you're looking up towards the heavens like you're looking at Eddie, like you're looking for Eddie. Let me tell you something, bro. Eddie ain't in heaven. Eddie's down there. In hell.
I want to thank you guys for coming out here tonight. I know there are a lot of shows out, so thank you for choosing us. I've been reading a lot of what the people have been saying on the message boards, and I just want to come out here and say I'm still gay. I'm still gay as hell. And I ain't rotten take loads up the ass.
That's not clapping, that's him getting fucking slammed. Ow.
I'm being fucked right now by my lover, Jim Fannin. Holy crap, Lois. It's Jim Fannin and me man. This is the IWA Mid-South, the IWA-MS.
IWA-MS, we're back, and we're no joke.
Yeah. This is absolutely not a laughing matter. OGP arriving for the first time at the, which fish is it? A salmon that returns to the place of its birth. It's predestined to return to its place of origin. We now here.
Yep.
Are fucking back at Ian Rotten's Palace of Doom.
Yeah, I don't know much about fish. But I do know a little bit about IWA Mid-South.
We come to it here from 2006. How different does it feel to you from the 2002 stuff that we watched so fondly?
I mean, it's pretty different because they got it's a fucking Mania weekend crowd.
Yeah.
It's not just two southern mums fucking sitting meters apart from each other. This is a proper crowd of like 400 plus people.
They mention a couple times that this may be the biggest audience that IWA Mid-South has ever hosted since the first Morris Mayhem, and that was one of those things that really made me sit back and think, you never realize that you're sitting through history until it's already passed. I never thought watching Ian Rotten do a fucked up tail bump to a riff that I was watching the biggest gate IWA Mid-South has ever done.
Yeah, I can't really remember what happened on Morris Mayhem.
Morris Mayhem, if you remember, it had Todd Morton versus Spider Nate Webb in the best match that has ever happened, if you recall that. I can't remember who Ian and Axel face, but they faced two guys, and as I said,
Would
like
that be Roland Hard and someone?
Mean and Hard, yeah, because
Mean and
Mean
Hard.
Mitch Page. Yeah.
It's been a while. I have not watched the IWA-MS since the REM days. I'm pretty sure, which is fucking crazy to me. Have you?
If I have, it's been like bits and pieces, like not really like a full thing. But yeah,
So it was great to reconnect.
oh, absolutely. It's like putting on an old sweater.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's sort of why you picked the show, to reconnect with the IWA-MS, and also it's a very notable show of theirs.
Yeah, like.
Or is there any sort of other reason?
Well, obviously, to continue with the Count of Monte Cristo theme, like you really needed to like have like something great after the Royal Rumble, So it had to be IWA-MS, and it had to be. I think I was telling you once, it was sort of like I was kind of thinking like, oh, what show has Jim Fannin worked a match on? And then like there was like one like 2001. And I was looking at the surrender card, I was like, like it's kind of got to be exceptional, So I finally thought like, oh, when does Necro versus Loki happen?
Yeah.
And yeah, it was this one here, the fucking like 50,000 strong. We're no joke at the Midlothian.
Yeah.
We're no longer in the arena in Clarksville. We're in the Midlothian. It was personal thing for me. It's because like I have done so much pouring, and so I've not watched IWA-MS a lot, right? But I have poured extensively through cards and venues and all that to do all my uploads. So like fucking hearing him talk about here at the Midlothian with the NWA Midwest Women's title, I was like, oh my god, so many afternoons flooding back to me of fucking typing shit out.
Yeah, that was a cool wrinkle when I went to actually download the show off VK. I was like, oh, that's you. That's your account on Russian Facebook.
My biggest hits on there are Russian dudes who are downloading Peter Art's matches and rings, and also dudes just watching IWA Mid-South on there.
So, Mania weekend.
Mania weekend, yeah. I didn't really think about it as a Mania weekend show until you said, but yeah, it really is, isn't it?
Yep. WrestleMania will take place in Rosemont the following night, WrestleMania 22.
WrestleMania 22.
So that means that approximately 2.6% of the Mania attendees saw a Toby Klein match the night before. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. You got memories of Mania 22?
A little bit. I've not watched it in a good while. I remember, obviously, Big Time.
Yeah, it's a great theme song for it.
And that's the Foley versus Edge one, right?
Yes.
That's a great match.
I've never actually watched WrestleMania 22, right? And I remember that I was like still tuned in at the time, and like a bit after it, like one of my friends, like I think one of my friends' mothers gave me like, those like pirated DVDs that are like really thin.
Yeah.
I got given one of those that was purportedly of WrestleMania 22, and I was like, yes, I can finally watch Undertaker versus Mark Henry in a casket match. But the DVD didn't work.
No.
So I've never watched that casket match. So yeah, that's the thing. I'll still have to watch, and then it seems like a good show. Then there's also the
maybe one day we'll finish that story for you. Because WrestleMania, it's all about finishing this damn story.
Yeah, we need to find the Sunday Night Heat episode so we can watch Big Show and Kane defend the World Tag Team titles against Chris Masters and Carlito. I think that's a pre-show match.
Yes. Oh,
doesn't that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting to think about like WrestleMania weekend being a thing, because obviously, like it would have been a thing long before us, but I kind of associate that with like say like this last decade, you know?
I mean, this might be like the first one, because I looked up what Ring of Honor was doing and like the big indies for Mania 21, and they weren't around. So I know that obviously like Necro versus Joe, that takes place the day before ECW One Night Stand.
Oh,
so
yeah,
they're kind of, and there's a CZW show that day as well, and Ring of Honor. So they kind of all gathered around for that, and then they realised, hey, we could fucking do this for WrestleMania as well.
Yeah.
So I think it really kicks off here.
You know, if they're gonna do that, so like let's see, Shane Douglas decides, no, I'm not gonna fucking gather around for One Night Stand. I'm gonna run against it with Hardcore Homecoming, cut my music. Then why did he do that for WrestleMania too? He should have ran on the day of WrestleMania.
Just ran a simultaneous WrestleMania, Grappling Mania.
Yeah. Just like how everyone who didn't get called in for One Night Stand, everyone who didn't get called in for WrestleMania. So we're no joke. I wonder where this name came from.
Probably people saying, IWA-MS, they're a fucking joke. And Ian Rotten's like, no. No.
Could a joke book Milano Collection AT? I think not.
Mm-hmm. Doubt it.
So, yeah, this is a good title for a show, I think, and a nice one for one where there is this like actual thing of like healthy business, you know, like it's a real feather in your cap to be like, I am not a joke, and also I have like made profit from this show somehow. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good. Ian's come a long way from Locked and Loaded.
Yeah. So yeah, but I'm assuming my experience of the actual show prior to this was the same as you.
Yeah.
Watching Necro versus Loki a bunch of years ago.
Oh well, I'd have it. This is my first time watching that match.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah.
Nice.
I think the one thing I would have said from the show would be like it would have been like some GIF of Chris Hero versus Milano that like someone posted to be like, oh, look how bad Chris Hero is. So
Yeah.
you know, we will get to that and make our own damn judgments.
Yep, indeed. Should we get into the first match then?
Absolutely, because that's how this show starts. There's no you know, this wasn't this so refreshing after all the damn TV we've watched that like we get to IWA Mid-South. What's their focus? The wrestling. Get right into it.
Although I do appreciate, you know, CZW's approach of like, no, you need like 15 minutes of like hair metal before you get into the wrestling. I think that's a very good approach, but you know, I respect just here's some fucking pure wrestling. Here's brain damaged and deranged.
Yeah. And Team Underground too, so that's like a nice wee game. Like it's figuring out like, oh, who's in Team Underground? Who are these guys? Hopefully they'll stay on commentary soon. Aha, they did.
Chandler McClure and Eric Priest. Eric Priest was on one of the 2002 shows that we watched. He beat Brad Bradley in a 6-minute match on Morris Mayhem, and obviously it's, you know, just ingrained into my mind. I didn't have to look that up or anything.
Oh man, fucking like Chandler McClure along with like Josh Abercrombie, like might be the two names where like all that time I spent sifting over like IWA Mid-South shows, those two guys popped out as like, these are like the most IWA Mid-South guys like ever. Like, this is my first time seeing them, but even just like off the vibe of the name alone, I was like, oh yeah, Ian Rotten's booking you to go 37 minutes.
And yeah, the first voice that we hear is sexy ass Jim Fannin. He hates people. He hates pants. He fucking hates us. We love him.
Oh man, you know, this is quite something, because when we were doing 2002, Jim Fannin was still basically the face announcer. But since then, he has went on a journey. He has become heel manager, a thorn on the side of every babyface, and now here, we're no joke. Him as the color commentator. He's sassy. He's feeling himself. He's going all out.
He is.
Taking no prisoners.
I would just like to mention, our past experience with Jim. I'm not sure where the fucking meme that he's sexy started. I genuinely can't remember, but we've just rolled with it. It's like, oh, fuck yeah, Jim Fannin. Oh!
I think it's because, like, we identified that he's a rotund gentleman. And so, like, you or I, or perhaps both of us, kind of focused in on, like, his curvaceous thighs or something like that.
Yeah, we'll just go with it. It's sticking around for life at this point. But yeah, I got that cameo from the real life Peter Griffin to congratulate Ian Rotten and Jim Fannin on their wedding anniversary. The beautiful Jim Fannin, even. And then he said, "Oh boy, Necho's Belgrande." And I tagged Jim Fannin in this. I might have also tagged Ian. He might have liked it. And then Jim Fannin just blocked us. So no contact with Jim Fannin on the official podcast account anymore, sadly.
Fucking, I was thinking just today about like what you would do would be like you would at Ian Rotten and you would like post a picture of like a can of paint that said Ian on it and be like
Yeah, he never properly interacted. He just sent the occasional like. It's like, okay, so one of my crazy fans.
what interaction was it that you had with Misty Rotten? I forget.
Ah, fuck. I do remember her saying the dark side of the ring about Ian. That would be just a normal everyday guy living his life.
Oh yeah. Let's not do it then.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the producer for that show, so it's not really my call.
Who killed WCW? Was it Jim Fannin? Yeah.
He only kills it when he enters the nightclub, am I right? Because he's hot!
He kills it when he drops that. He drops that. Pop it, Jim. Pop it.
Jim Fannin, he's still, just irresistible. And we got some other fucking guy.
Ben Jordan.
Ben Jordan. Where the fuck did this guy come from? Never heard of him.
I have no idea. He's very nondescript.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Jim Fannin going, I don't know, Ben Jordan, then I probably wouldn't have remembered his name. I'm assuming he's been around for a while, so I must respect him. So that's the current team we've got, and I bet there's going to be a bunch of times where we're going to refer to this where, again, Smart Mark Classic, they are just somewhere in the arena, and so if stuff goes out of their purview, they can't do shit about that. They're just going to be like, well, I don't know what's going on. Silence.
Yeah, so really, why the fuck couldn't they see? Because a lot of that stuff's in the ring.
Yeah,
Give a good seat, Ian. Jesus.
I know. I'm just thinking there's they're like that bit in the Ruckus match where they just we'll get to it, but fucking classic setup. And we're starting off hot with some tag team action. Team Underground of Chandler McClure and Rock Priest versus Deranged and Brain Damage. Do you recall the goddamn tag team name for these two?
It's the fucking Pantera album. Vulgar display of power.
Yes, and Ben Jordan initially is like, oh, these guys call themselves vulgar display of anger. And then the ring announcer says vulgar display of power. And then Jim Fannin goes, vulgar display of power, not anger, Ben. So fuck you immediately, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Dude doesn't even fucking listen to groove metal. What the fuck? Is he gay? It's alright. It's a show from 2006, so it's alright for me to say that. Just
oh boy. Doesn't Chandler McClure look just like Matthew Perry?
I guess so.
As in, like, maybe it's just like my very strong preconception of like, okay, this guy's called Chandler. I bet he looks like Chandler. But then, man, I saw him and like, woo, okay, yeah, he kind of does. It is said to establish context of what's going on in IWA Mid-South that Team Underground, they had a tag title match that they lost through a damn fuck finish, and Jim Fannin, he considers them uncrowned. That's his opinion.
Well, yeah, I guess so. If they don't have the titles.
Yeah. And
could say that about us. Uncrowned podcasters.
Yeah, we also had Ian Rotten and Madman Pondo beat. Where are our Raw tag titles? Deranged and Brain Damage. How much experience you got with these folk?
I'm fairly familiar with them as like reliable CTE guys. Brain Damage especially is like coming to his peak in the sort of late 2000s, which is obviously not my era, but the little bit that I've seen, it might be Chris Cash that he has a crazy match with. Or no, a guy called Joker.
Oh, yeah.
That's a CTE special.
They have like a perfect sort of look. Deranged being like the shorter, stouter one. It's this bald dude who he punches himself in the face, and you think, how could a guy do this? Then you remember his name is Deranged. He's deranged.
Exactly.
Oh my god. I thought this match was pretty cool. The Team Underground guys, they are pretty solid. They have like there's this part I'm thinking of where like Chandler McClure does a neck breaker and it looks weird and fucked up. But by and large they are cool, and Eric Priest, as Ian says later, he's got a pretty body. Chandler is being doofed and clubbed by Brain Damage, and I bet if I had a peek into his mind, he'd be thinking, could you be any more stiff? And
like Shogo.
I quite liked do you remember that double team move that Vulgar Display of Power does, where they just like drop a dude on his tailbone?
Oh yeah ass bump.
Yeah, big ass bump. Then Brain Damage with the Jeff Hardy leg drop as well. So Eric is doing this double team thing where like he gets one of the guys like to him and then goes for this big boot, and it looks kind of like weird, and I think Chandler tries to make up for this by doing a fucking folding German suplex, which looks good.
Wow.
And then I also like the part too where like there's like going back and forth, and like Eric Priest comes in and he like does what I think of as like a shoot spear, where like he like tackles him and he makes contact and all, it pushes him, but it's not as if like Deranged takes a bump. He just fucking like drifts into him and just like comes up against this wall known as Deranged, and then for that Deranged kicks him in the dick and then pump handle drops him. So pretty cool. Did you like Deranged moonsault?
Yes, I did. He nearly murked himself on that one.
It is so inadvisable for him to do a moonsault. And then we get to the finish. You know, you think about a finishing hold, a finishing move, a signature move. You know, something that this tag team has perfected. It's their signature. You know, And you look at the Spike Pile Driver of Team Underground, they fuck it up so bad.
It reminded me of, I think I sent you a clip of this a while back. The first episode of the 2000s Memphis Championship Wrestling. It's that fucking roidy head British guy, Ian Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
Does this hilariously mistimed move. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so it is literally just
a bit like that.
It's literally just like Chandler does a pile driver and Eric jumps off the rope. And you know, usually the way that like especially indie commentators try and cover for botches, I can feel sort of like, you know, is bad because I usually just like man, you're just calling attention to it. But I do like how you do it here, where Jim Fannin after it wins, it's just like a pile driver's a pile driver. Like, yeah, I guess that's true, Jim.
It was banned for 20 years.
Yeah, and so that wins the match for Team Underground. They'll be back later, and it's good booking to fucking give them the momentum and heat if they're going to come back to do something more. So, good job,
I
Ian.
guess my sort of is that him getting slammed again? Good job, Ian. Now bend over. Now we had the twisty on the last episode, but we're getting a bit more extreme now. Full penetration.
Man. Oh man, I was just about to say, good job, Ian.
But I'll give you a little twisty.
But yeah, my perception was that, you know, this opener did its job, but I mainly thought like, wow, these crazy deathmatch guys are cool, huh? And then it was like, wow, these Trunks guys exist. But then Trunks guys win. So I was slightly disappointed.
Yeah.
And a polite applause for the Trunksmen as they go to the back. Seems a nice bunch of lads, this crowd.
Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about this dynamic that IWA Mid-South has? Like, because we experienced it so much with 2002, of like them being this very good deathmatch promotion, which like always like was attempting to attain, maybe not attain, but just like maintain this credibility with like work rate and in-ring prowess and stuff.
Yeah, it's a different dynamic with the crowd, isn't it?
Yeah. Like obviously
in 2002, I imagine these guys walk into the back and just nobody will be reacting, and one guy will say like a slur, but no, they're little clappy.
Little clappy.
I'm gonna give you a little clappy.
Oh dear, I better go see a doctor. Something that is different in 2006 now is the women. The women wrestle, and it's not immediately disrupted by misogyny. Not immediately.
Yeah. Not immediately.
Yeah.
Not like first 5 seconds.
David Prazak is nowhere to be found. I don't know who David Prazak is, but yeah. We have here Daizee Haze and Vanessa Kraven versus MsChif and Mickie Knuckles. So, this is a tag match, but it's also a title unification match.
What? Oh, tag team titles, right? I guess that would make sense.
Oh, you would be mistaken. Mistaken. You see, Daizee Haze holds the women's title of NWA Midwest, and Mickie Knuckles is the IWA Mid-South Women's Champion. This cannot be. This Midlothian ain't big enough for the two of us. That's what they said. So they're unifying the titles, and they're not doing Daizee Haze versus Mickie Knuckles. Instead, they're doing an elimination tag.
Man, Wow, what a what a shocker.
What?
What?
So fucking yeah. How did you feel about this unfolding of like just like you see this graphic for a tag match, you think okay, but then so much more information gets put into your brain.
Yeah, these titles simply must be unified in this way. But Daizee Haze, where's your title?
I know.
You didn't bring it.
You didn't fucking bring it. That's always the thing that I kind of fucking loved about IWA Mid-South is that like you think of like Ring of Honor and like they would have the crappy trophies, but they'd have them, right? They'd have like this bit of ceremony, and CCW too would kind of be like that. But in IWA, you could have like an entire week, like 7 days straight of going like 60 minutes for the IWA title. And what's the IWA title? It's this fucking like replica WWF tag belt that maybe you'll bring it. It's lovely. It's lovely. And Daizee Haze, really, she's disrespecting NW Midwest, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
You know what else she's disrespecting?
Oh.
Cheeseburgers by not having one.
Oh, right.
Jim Fannin thinks that she needs to eat a cheeseburger because that would make her more appealing for Jim to fuck.
Yeah. She is thin. Women
be thin or sometimes fat.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the middle as well.
Fucking, I love when Ben Jordan is talking about like, oh, Daizee Haze was a nice lady, but this feud with, I think it's with MsChif, this feud has changed her. And then Jim is saying like, I've been managing, so I've been watching the show. So basically, he hasn't been watching. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And then there's a bit of a pause before Vanessa Kraven comes out. And this first clip I'm going to play here is Jim Fannin filling the air by hyping up how tall Vanessa Kraven is.
Vanessa Kraven,
yes,
from Canada,
Montreal.
This woman is a monster. I had to pick this lady up at the I had to cut a hole in the top of my car when I picked her up at the airport today because she's 6'3". She's almost as tall as Chris Hero.
That's
Ben Jordan.
incredible.
Wow.
He had to cut a hole in his car. Does he have to do it for when Chris Hero races him too?
Yeah. He's in that like tiny Simpsons car.
I know.
It's like the tall guy gets it.
There is enough room for Jim Fannin's big fat ass, but there's not enough room for people who are above 5'6".
Yeah, it's like a 4 foot tall car, but it's like 10 foot wide to handle that ass.
Yeah, so Jim Fannin very scared of Vanessa Kraven, who comes out, and like he's like, oh, a very attractive lady, because if he says she's ugly, she will kill him, homicide. And then Mickey Knuckles comes out too. I think this will be the first time I'll have seen like Mickey Knuckles in this era. I've seen like a good few matches of her from nowadays. It's interesting to me because before I watched her modern matches, I would have just known her as like, you read like the big exposés about IWA Mid-South and like the horror stories of like, like, oh, they beat up this guy because he was like, I don't know what Mike Levy did, but like, oh, they fucked him up, and it'd be like, oh, there's Ian Rotten's right hand partner, Mickey Knuckles. What an asshole she is. But then like I would have watched her matches in modern times, and I watched her here, and she's very much the same. I mean, like how much of her have you watched?
Oh man, not enough. Every time I've seen her, it's been a fun time. I saw her have this one match from the 2003 King of the Death matches where she does like this brainbuster, and her opponent lands like head first on like the rim of an open chair. And that's very funny to me.
One thing I do notice now that I'm thinking about it is that like in modern times, like she like is not wearing a t-shirt, she's wearing some like like singlet or stuff like that. It's like, oh, my big boobs are almost out. Oh, let me headbutt you again. Oh. So it's good times watching her. And I can't remember the exact conversation, but I noted down no hubba hubbas from Jim because Mickie kicked him in the face. So I don't know. Yeah. Jim was going to be a horn dog, and good thing he's not. And this is where the ring announcements take place, and they say it's elimination, and it's for the unification of IWA and NWA. They do indeed point out, where's the belt? Where's NWA belt? I wanted to see what the folks up there in NWA Brain Trust thought would be a good Midwest women's title design. But Daizee Haze fucking just does not give it to us. Mickey Knuckles is ring announced as the walking episode of Cops. So that's a fun little nickname. What else could the first blood of this match be? But we kicked to the cunt. Oh my god. Fucking, I thought this match was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I had a very good time with it. MsChif is not someone I'm particularly familiar with. She has like a gothic look, and she does like a demonic scream that sends Daizee Haze scrambling out the ring like a coward.
Yeah. Fucking, like, I loved how Mickie would grab Daizee in a headlock, and she goes over to her corner like, come on, MsChif, I know you don't like her. And then MsChif tags in, Roar! And then Kraven gets tagged in very quick. Now, I want to get your opinion on this. What is the design on the back of Vanessa Kraven's trunks?
I can't say I noticed it.
I would notice it and I'd be like, what the fuck is that? You know what it looks like? It looks like an outline of like Lenin. Yeah,
nice.
I need to do research into the political leanings of Vanessa Kraven. And yeah, Daizee is back in, and she would get MsChif in a hold, and she'd be jaw-jacking to Mickie Knuckles like, oh, you're not going to get here and save her. And then Mickie gets in the ring, and she just fucking bowls the ref over, which is pretty good. And what I really loved is when Mickie gets in and she does a big spinny slam, just like
like a super black hole slam.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wah!
And then MsChif does a moonsault right after, and then oh my goodness, this is the IWA Mid-South magic right here. It's an elimination match for the title unification of two singles titles. So how is it that we could possibly do this elimination thing? What if we have Daizee Haze German MsChif, but then MsChif bridges up so that Daizee Haze is also pinned down. It's a double pin. Oh my god.
And there's an audible groan from the crowd. A defiant boo, like the 2015 Royal Rumble. No twisty.
No twisty.
I will never give you a little twisty.
But yeah, I had to rewind it a couple of times, and it's like, I didn't really see any problem with that bridge. If I was that ref, I would have just counted with one hand rather than two.
Yeah. I might need to like watch it again, because like I sort of took it for granted, like, oh, she like pushed Daisy's shoulders down too. But no, I'll need to have a look see. I'll need to do an investigation and report my findings to the IWA Mid-South Championship Committee. So yeah, they decided that we can't just have Mickie Knuckles versus Vanessa Kraven. We have to unify the titles and have this tag team match to do that, and then get those other two out of the way so we can have the match that we want to have. And so
And yeah, so Kraven is now fighting to defend the belt that she doesn't own. Although jury's out on whether Haze owns it too. I've not seen any proof.
yeah.
Fucking Kelly could own it for all I know.
So Vanessa Kraven and Mickey Knuckle, they do got the chemistry, I think. You know, like Mickey Knuckles got great headbutts. Vanessa Kraven got hard ass chops, and it's like, you know, they go for about, I'd say probably like 2 or so minutes, and then Mickey, she gets Vanessa Kraven in the ropes, and MsChif on the outside, and the legal participant, she hits the mist on her, and then Mickey Knuckles hits the damn redneck hangover, her finishing move, to win both of the titles, to unify them, and in celebration she holds up one of them.
Yeah, we'll fucking send the other one in the post or some shit.
Yeah, and you know, commentary, it's a theme that like they are often they fancy themselves a damn Mystery Science Theater 3000. You know, they'll point out logical inconsistencies, and indeed here now, after the finish of this match, Jim Fannin and Ben Jordan, they point out that the referee has only now noticed that Vanessa Kraven's face has mist on it, and Jim Fannin, I'm going to play this clip here of how he mocks this referee.
And how did it get there? I don't know. It just
Herpa derpa. That's this referee. So, you know, like a pretty nice match, and it is just very nice to just think about like you know, how far we've come since like what would have been like Lacey versus Rain or whatever, you know. Dave Friesek just shitting on women for like 10 minutes while Markov was like, oh, I don't know, they're doing good.
Yeah, this is a pretty damn good match. It's not often where I would say like, oh, this match was too short, because I don't really think of wrestling like that. But I could have easily watched more of it for sure.
Right, yeah. It's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
Then we get to the graphic just says 9-way TLC match. And once again, this is the thing of just like you get this premise, and then the actual specific details like drip in gradually.
Ian's really been stroking his chin, coming up with gimmicks for this show.
So it's a 9-way TLC match that is for a contract or #1 contendership for the IWA Mid-South heavyweight title, and this is a TLC match where you can eliminate people. So you have to get the contract, but you eliminate people as well, either by pinfall, submission, or putting them through a table. And also, there are Royal Rumble rules where a person comes out, and every once in a while, and you can only win the match once all 9 people are out there. So it's a great rule set. It's very easy to follow along with.
It's like, okay, let me write all that down, Ian. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, like literally, like when the first like few inches were going on, I like was kind of like trying to listen to what the ring announcer was saying, and I just wrote down tables rules. Like I thought it was just table smash or something like that. So the first time a pinfall gets attempted, I'm like, wait, what? So yeah, we start off with the very fateful arrival of Marek Brave. Oh, you know.
Yeah, so Marek Brave, got nothing on this guy, he's got long hair. And then Tyler Black, I've got nothing on this guy, he's got long hair.
Oh, come on now.
I'm just kidding.
Ah,
No, I've not seen much pre-WWE freaking.
yeah.
I don't know if you have.
No, I remember like when I got back into wrestling and I was on like on Woo and stuff, it would have been his like Ring of Honor title reign, you know, which has been like one of those prime examples of like oh, Ring of Honor, they wait too long to put a title on someone, and then by the time they've got the title, they're already like doing a rebound or doing a fucking Summer of Punk angle, you know, which it seemed bad. But yeah, like it was interesting seeing Seth freaking Rollins here. Did you like his mosh pit?
No.
Yeah.
I have, my favorite freaking singles match is probably from his Tyler Black run, but it was his world title match against Nigel McGuinness, where Nigel was the champion, and Nigel just fucking wrecks him. He just absolutely runs through him for like 15-20 minutes, and it's good.
That does sound pretty good. It is worth noting that Tyler Black and Marek Brave, they are tag partners, probably united by their similar physiques and hairstyles. So, you know, Seth Rollins gets in the ring. I'm just going to fucking call him that. I don't give a shit. Seth freaking Rollins gets in the ring, and he's doing a pose, and you can see Marek Brave do heart hands for his buddy. I thought that was nice.
Yeah, Freakin's entrance. He does, first of all, he does like a shit air guitar, and he doesn't really commit to it. And then he just goes crazy moving his fucking arms around. And then he's skipping around like AJ Lee. What the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. I don't know.
This man should have been stopped.
I don't know if you ever played like I think it was 2K14 was the first game where they had Seth Rollins in, and he was already a Shield by this point, right? But they still included like his like mosh taunt in it, so you could just like make your guy do like a if you wanted to. So yeah, these guys are number 1 and 2 the whole time. Jim Fannin is very correctly, I think, stating how, you know, hey, you can't win this match until all 9 people are in. So why would you bother wrestling or beating up other people until then? You know, you could just fucking not do that. And then, you know, Marek Brave and Tyler Black, they shake hands and begin grappling. And Ben Jordan's like, you're not going to follow your strategy, Jim. And Jim goes, well, I'm not smart enough to follow my strategy.
Damn.
So,
if only they were a genius like sexy ass Jim Fannin.
His brains are only messed by his brain.
he's got like this wide ass, but his head is the same width. Goes out like the butt ugly Martians.
It's funny. He's just like shut your mouth, Carl.
Fannin, he makes a remark that both of these guys have long hair, so maybe they squint when they're on the road together, so that it look like lady.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you never know.
So they go about their business through Marek and Seth Rollins. And number 3, it's Trick Davis. Oh my god.
Trick Davis.
What are you doing about this fella?
Nothing.
Yeah, me too.
I guess he looks like, kind of looks like, I don't know, Josh Prohibition or some shit with like a side part.
Yeah.
He's got he's got nice 2000s indie tights, not like the full trash bag, but the aesthetic is still like present there.
The designs are there, absolutely. He finds himself in the middle of a sequence between Marek the Brave and Tyler Black, and you know,
Marek the Brave.
Yeah, and he just kind of he gets in the ring. He's watching them do this a very involved sequence, and he's like, okay, just takes a second to insert himself, which is pretty funny. There really isn't any incentive to fight, but they're still doing it. And then number 4, who could it be but Billy Rock?
Billy Rock.
This is really getting into a territory of like, I don't know who anyone is anymore. What side are we to come?
Yeah, they're bringing these guys out fast as well, which does slightly undersell like the pre-match talk of how much endurance that you're going to need. Like, if you can
Oh, yeah.
wrestle a 4-minute match, then you're probably all right.
Yeah. He does a dive, does the Billy Rock.
He's got like yellow trunks with ass tassels.
Yeah, it's a strange look, but oddly intriguing. There's a pretty epic moment from Jim Fannin, because Ben Jordan, I can't remember who he calls us, but he says like, "Oh, he's an enigma wrapped in a riddle," and Jim Fannin goes, "What did you say? Oh, I thought you said a slur."
That's the point where I was like, damn, I really forgot what a fucking jokester this guy is.
Yeah, he's really feeling himself. And then number 5, David Christ.
Yep. 2 guys sound super pumped about this.
Yeah, fucking. So man, like the Christs will have been a name that I heard a lot about, like even in like recent years. So it's interesting seeing them like relatively early on. Have you seen Christs much?
Not much. They would have been in TNA with Sami Callihan when they were having those matches with like I think there was one against Homicide E. Hernandez and Eddie Kingston.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would have been like 2017 or something. But yeah, I just basically know them as like Sami Callihan guys.
Yeah.
Not really researched them with much depth, I can't say.
Yeah, this would be my first time watching them, and both of them pretty well. Oopsie! Did I just spoil the 7th entrance? Oh no!
What?
Because Jake Chris is in too. Oops!
Oh.
I said it again! Oops!
Oh no!
So, yeah, Dave Chris is in.
Wait, Jake Christ is in too? What?
They bring in a whole bunch of chairs, and there's some crazy shit you do with these chairs, where like they set up the chairs in the middle of the ring, and then I think it's Trick Davis who is the victim of this, where he gets put in a Boston crab, and he's positioned such that his like head is squished between these chairs in the middle of the ring, and then 2 other guys decide, let's do a concerto, whoops, and they crack his head open like an egg.
And he dies.
And he dies. So then Dave Christ, he follows that up with a very, very crisp drop kick, very good height on it, good technique, and then a wonderful Sabu lion salt. What an athlete this young Dave Christ is. Sabu. Oh, I'm saving my Sabus for later. I am saving it for later. And then number 6, Chuck Taylor.
Chucky T himself, there he is.
I'd always been curious about his IWA-MS run, because I would have seen a lot of him like having like long title reigns and like seemingly serious matches and stuff. Not that I was someone who's like, oh fucking, I wish Chuck Taylor would wrestle seriously, but you know, just like seeing this guy who's a comedy guy and being like, you know, it's the same with fucking Delirious, like we'll get into later on, like what.
Oh yeah.
Like Ian Rotten was just like, oh, I'm gonna pick all these guys to go 45 minutes, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy. He comes in to join with Billy Rock's attack on Seth freaking Rollins, but then Billy decides, fuck you, and murks him. So that's pretty cool. And on the outside, there's an unfortunate incident with Marek Brave. Hopefully this will be the one unfortunate incident he's involved in.
I sure hope so.
So like he's got Dave Christ like he's like got him like on the apron, like near the post. He says, I'm gonna put a chair up here on in front of your arm. I'm gonna go run back and kick it, and then the chair, it doesn't even happen on camera, but you can just tell it happens. It falls down, and the crowd laughs at him. They larf. So
surely the worst thing that's going to happen to him tonight.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to go home like, oh, damn it, I really messed that spot up. And then get to number 7. I don't know who it is. I don't know. Who could it be?
Are you sure?
Oh my god, it's Jake Christ.
What?
So Jake Chris comes out. Chris got some backup Royal Rumble voice. They kick Chuck Taylor's ass, do both the Chriss. And then, what do you think of this? Number 8 is Ricochet. Free agent Ricochet.
Damn.
Fired.
He looks really lame, doesn't he? He's like much skinnier, and he's got these little wee braids.
He literally looks like a child.
Yeah.
I think he should have kept this look. So yeah, he comes out, and they are very expectant of him to do epic high fly. So maybe he will. In the meantime, Billy Rock and Seth, they're gonna do a table spot, but then like Seth hits that move of his, that like Hiromu move of his that he does. It's like God, I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but it's like that small package drivers. That was the name of the move is, at least the technique.
Yeah, maybe.
He does
I just
that.
put Brainbuster, which is not right.
Yeah. He doofs him with it, and Billy Rock is eliminated. And I'm like, wait, what? What? Because I was under the impression that, like, if you can only, I was thinking, like, if you can only win when all 9 people are in, surely that means you can't be, you cannot lose until 9 people are in. You can't get eliminated. What the fuck? But Billy Rock does.
Yeah. It's the only one.
Yeah, right.
Fuck you, Billy Rock.
Fuck off, William Rock.
Go play with your tassels.
And then right after this, number 9 comes out. One of Seth Rollins' biggest rivals is Baron Corbin.
Yeah, so he does that thing where he walks in the spotlights, and then just as like the heavy bit kicks in, he does this little hand movement.
Those dynamic spotlights in the middle of it.
Yeah, his WWE 2K entrance that he must stick to religiously.
Yeah. You damn right. Daron Corbin.
Corbin.
A most jovial character. He comes out to Give Me a Man After Midnight by ABBA, and everyone's yucking it up. He comes in, and his theme does not stop playing because he has to do a dance. He's doing a dance, and all the other 8 people are like, "Oh my god, bro, you are very likely a homosexual. I'm going to kill you."
Hell yeah! 2006. Did you notice what the fans chant?
Oh, I didn't. Do tell.
Well, I'm like 90% sure that they chanted, "You gay fuck, you gay fuck." It's like, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty 2006 chance. Yikes! Things were different back then. Oof.
Why no WokeBaes?
Man, I'm just thinking about like all the sort of things that like you could cancel IWA Mid-South for, and I feel like on that list there used to be a bit homophobic. Could be like, "Oh yeah, that's it. You don't need to go any further than this. Oh, we apologize for that. Yep, all good." So everyone's out now. The match can finally start on full, and you're getting the ladder out. It's interesting because even though we're not in the House of Hardcore in the Midlothian, it's a much bigger building, the ladder item is still positioned such that like really you don't need a ladder. You just need like maybe like a kick stool or something, and you'd be able to reach it. Yeah. So it makes it funny when they put the ladder in, and it's like, let me go up one step. I get it. So yeah, how are you? What are you thinking of this? Once it kind of like got up and running.
It's pretty fun. Some silly shit occurs,
Whole lot of spots.
and this is where the classic indie commentary trope of them not actually being able to see anything really starts to kick in. Just
Yeah.
like a lot of them just going like, "Damn, that sounded crazy."
It's an interesting like thing to like watch what Smart Mark captures versus what they can see, because it's almost as if like you could be like, "No, Jim, look, they did this. Oh, I wish I could tell him. I'll need to go to an IWA Mid-South show myself." This is the point where like I fully realize, okay, pin, submission, table smash, but also envelope. You could hypothetically eliminate everyone else and then just climb the ladder safely, but they decided not to do that. There's a whole bunch of dives, and Chuck Taylor does this dive which relatively is pretty safe. So Seth Rollins must be like, "Man, you're not getting away with that. I'm going to backdrop you on the floor." So everyone gets fucked. And then what's this? Everyone is gathered, and they're all in one space. Ricochet, he goes up to the top of the ladder, and he's like, "Oh, it's time for my big spot." He does double moonsault. OMG.
Wow.
OMG. Did you like this? Did you like this?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Crazy how he could do not just one moonsault, but two.
He rolls in the air like a bird. And
Most people can't even do one, but he can do two. So
it's a very big moment. There is a holy shit chance, IWA chance. They're freaking out on commentary, but soon Jim Fannin he gathers his wits and says,
But now time for criticism of a rookie.
now it is time to criticize.
"Now it's just time to criticize the rookie because he could have gotten the thing, but instead he did double moonsault for no reason."
Jim Fannin with like his doing a star rating sheet. I've got to take off quarter star there for psychology.
You were able to do a double moonsault. That wouldn't be possible if you really got dragon screwed like you did earlier on. So it's 2 stars maximum now. From there, Trick Davis he gets like Darren Corbin lifts him up in an electric chair, and from there he tries to grab the envelope, but then another guy jumps up and does the doomsday device to him. So oh no.
Yeah. He takes a very nice head bump from that.
Yeah, pretty good.
But then there's a really cool spot here I want to mention.
Yeah.
So Darren Corbin wedges a chair between the turnbuckles.
Yeah.
And then freaking he grabs him and he does snapmare back kick combo. And then he just unwedges the chair from the turnbuckle. Holy
Oh my god.
Shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Oh my god, I totally missed that. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, the chair was wedged for like 5 seconds and nothing came of it.
That is fucked up.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, you nerd. Wedge that chair back in and take a bump into it, you fucker.
But now though, after that insane spot, it's Marek Brave's time to shine. So Chuck Taylor, yeah, he's prone on a table on the outside, and Marek takes to the top rope. And then first of all, he channels Chris Hero by falling for no reason. He stumbles under no pressure at all.
God
And
is
then,
warning him.
Chuck Taylor's like aware of this. He gets up and he gets on the apron and starts like punching him a bit, and then Freakin' comes over and punches him, and he lands back on the table again. But then Marek, he channels Rick Blade by fucking killing himself.
Okay.
He does a shooting star press, but he gets absolutely no forward momentum at all. It's just straight upward. It's like if you're lying on your back and you spit in the air. It's just gonna go straight down. And he lands Tommy first on the metal bar between the turnbuckle pads and the ring post, and then he just flops down and crunches through the table, which is he doesn't even land on the table with that much force, which makes it even funnier than it just perfectly breaks in two.
He fucked
and
up the
clearly,
move.
clearly he had JBL in his ear. Fucking kill yourself, Marek.
Fucking he fucks up the move and then reveals that the table is sawed in half because it breaks like it's a fucking action figure toy, and it just does that unceremoniously underneath his fucking unmoving corpse. So an unbelievable visual here. You're seeing something that like the human body is not meant to do, which is just like fold in on itself like that over like a very thin like rod of metal, and it's unbelievable. He does that and falls into the table, and then the ring there's just like Marek Brave has been eliminated. So yeah, thanks for that. What wonderful spot, one that lives in immortality. I think it's like the main GIF that people associate with his show. So yeah, like others have done, he kills himself and gets eliminated. So yeah, thumbs up to that. Kill yourself.
Kill yourself.
And then, you know, like there's a lot of murmuring in the crowd after Marek the Brave dies in front of them.
Yeah, like some people get on with it pretty quickly. Ricochet gets pwned by double stomps, and like people are responding to that. But once that's over, they're just sort of like, "Wow, holy shit!"
Yeah. I think this is quite a wrestling positive crowd. You know, like they want to make it a good show as much as they want to be like, you know, entertained and all that, and so they're keeping up with it. But I was like, oh man, he just is. He's dead now. I will attend his funeral service. That must make plans. But yeah, they start going a bit no likey, no lighty with this shit, man. I swear. People start going out. Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
Fucking Dave Chris eliminates Ricochet. Darren Corbin eliminates Chuck Taylor. And then fucking, you know, from there,
Chuck Taylor eliminated with kick.
yeah, he just gets kicked to fuck. Then from there, Seth Rollins, he takes a ladder and body slams it onto Darren Corbin, which is quite nice. I thought it was pretty funny how, like, you know, by this point they've quite escalated shit. There's been all these fucking high spots and these dangerous fucking ways that you bump into a ladder so uncontrolled. A guy's died. And then Dave and other Chris, they're just doing knuckle lock spots. They're doing like, oh, can you test my strength, brother? So that's quite nice. Freaking takes that crazy suplex bump off the ladder. Yeah, he gets like back suplexed, I think, and he just like takes his very nice accordion type sell where he just like goes out the fucking ring. Did you like when both Chris are on a table and then it does not break?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. That's the great thing about having a rule of like table smash elimination, because it really makes it feel so arbitrary when it's like, I've done this move, but the thing under you is not broken, so it doesn't count. I need to do a splash, and now you're eliminated. And also commentary didn't see it, so whoopsie doodle.
Ben Jordan, I noticed that he does not know the difference between chairs and ladders. He gets them mixed up like multiple times. Yeah. Like someone would take a bump on a ladder and he'll be like, oh, he slammed him on the chair. And he does that like 3 times. And I think the first time Jim Fannin would be like, that's a ladder. But then he stops correcting him. He's like, oh, this fucking guy just doesn't know the difference between chairs and ladders.
He's a lost cause.
I need to fetch something out of the attic. I'll just fetch a chair. Oh, now it's time for dinner. let me sit on this ladder.
Yeah, the final three are now Seth Rollins, Trick Davis, and Darren Corbin. So Trick Davis and Darren Corbin are fighting up to the ladder. The ladder is not like an optimized for pro wrestling ladder. So there's an other side of it which has like the wee platform that you're not supposed to climb up. But Darren Corbin is a madman, so he climbs up the other side. He's crazy, and Trick is fighting him, and all seems to be going well for Trick Davis. But oh no,
It's fucking King James.
oh my god, Cassius Ohno from NXT UK runs out, and he stops Trick Davis in this journey of his. He does not finish the story of becoming number one contender to IWA title.
He declares that Trick Davis is Ving Rhames. He says, "You Ving Rhames." And he beats him up. So then Darren Corbin wins despite being a gay man.
Yeah. This marks perhaps the first time the number one contender
This is a landmark moment for gay rights, I feel.
Ian Rotten was always like an ally of the homosexuals, but in this sort of climate of 2006,
Of course, from day one.
This is all he could do really, is give a gay man, a gay gentleman, a number one contendership. You know, you couldn't go too much further than that. Otherwise, you get crucified. You know. So there's all that. Darren Corbin gets it, and you know, regardless of whether the crowd's happy for him or not, they don't like that Trick Davis got screwed. They say "fuck you, hero," and say it again because they're chanting it. So they say it a bunch of times, and then you know, Darren Corbin is celebrating, and Chris Hero, he gets the microphone, and he wishes Darren. Oh god, this Baron. Wishes Darren Corbin luck against.
He wishes Lucky Corbin luck.
So Eric
it was Happy Corbin, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Happy Corbin. Yeah. Well, he definitely was Happy Corbin. No, he got the contracts. He won.
Yeah.
Then Chrissy was like, joke. No, that's another guy. Fucking. So Eric Cannon, the current heavyweight champion, Corbin, he's gonna face him, and here wishes him luck. But hey, it was all because of me that you got it, haha. But then Corbin's like, fuck you, Chris Evil, boof. Unlike you, I'm gonna beat Eric Cannon. And it's like, oh fuck, you know, that really gets him.
That's who's holding the title, by the way, Eric Cannon.
Yeah.
Nowhere to be seen on this entire show.
Absentee champion.
Why didn't he come?
No, like where you know, we had where is belts, and then we have where is champion. So you know, Chrissy was pretty he's pretty peeved about this, that his chicanery to fuck over Trick Davis did not also result in a new friend. So you know, like he stomps off, and like there's a Ring of Honor fan in the crowd. He scares him. He goes like, ah, and Irish fans like, ah. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's not a handshake.
Yeah. I think there's like a conglomerate of like, not a conglomerate, but like, you know, just like a bunch of Ring of Honor fans there. You know, like they're just there. You know, like they are represented in the crowd of this rival promotion. And you know, Ian is out. First time we see Ian, isn't it, here, where he's checking Trick Davis's eye, and Trick Davis is fucking pissed at Ian Rotten because he's like, why didn't you stop him? Why don't you stop him, Ian? So that's the thing for Ian Rotten to think about. Yeah, overall, pretty fun, dangerous match, full of inadvisable spots.
There's like elements that could have been like executed better, like structurally speaking. I mean, obviously there's elements that could have been executed technically better as well. But that all just adds to the charm, you know?
Yeah.
You don't get guys who just kill themselves. Like, where have they gone?
Where have they gone? You know.
But yeah, I think overall this is too dumb to not like, and the highlight clips that they show afterwards that lasts a good like 90 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Really underlines that for me. It's like, oh yeah, they really did do a lot of shit out there. Twisty.
Yeah. Fucking.
I'm gonna give you a little twisty.
I'll give you a little twisty.
Yeah, I quite like just like how long the replay was, you know, because
yeah,
it does help highlight stuff that like kind of like gets lost in just like the sheer quantity of stuff that's going on. But yeah, like all of the stuff like adds to the charm, all of the, you know, like stuff that like doesn't go entirely too well, you know. You know, like, I mean, like how much better would this match have been? Really, let's ask ourselves this: how much better would this have been if Marek Brave remembered forward momentum being a thing? Probably not that much better. So
slightly worse.
Exactly. So
yeah.
Glad he did that. And he's
I
alright.
had the quarter star for that.
He's alright. We can make jokes about that. Okay. Okay. We can make jokes about how he actually died. R.I.P. Marek the Brave.
Rip. I mean, it is brave to do a shooting star press when you shouldn't. When that is very ill-advised.
Yeah. So then we move on from there, and you know, it's a 6-man tag. But this graphic is jumping the gun because there's a fucking angle to be done first to set it up, Teddy Long style. Eddie Kingston, he stops out.
Yes, with purpose. And he was apparently he was murked by the Iron Saints on a previous show. So he gets on Das Stick and he's like, "Come on out, you gays."
Yeah.
Because it's 2006. What else you got to call them?
Yeah,
Fellas.
absolutely not. You homos, get out here.
Yep. The Iron Saints. They do have first names, but I've decided to call them Tomaselli Bald, Tomaselli Hair, and Tomaselli Hawk.
Well, see, I just looked at the letter that was on their trunks.
Oh. Didn't notice it. Yeah, the real names are Brandon, Sal, and Vito, but I do, you know, I needed the commentary to say that is Sal. He is Sal right there.
And they never do that.
They never did. No, never.
Yeah.
Anyway, they do come out and they start owning Eddie, and then out comes Larry Sweeney for the save, but it's still 3-on-2, and he gets overwhelmed.
Oh no.
Only ever heard positive things about Sweeney, but I confess that this is a first-time viewing for me, I think.
Yeah, same here. His prowess in the ring is no match for Brandon, Sal, and Vito, because they are taking care of him both. And you know, who the fuck could possibly make the save now?
Oh my god, it's Spike Dudley.
Spike Dudley. Oh
yes.
My god. Wow.
That is such a sick booking.
Absolutely. This is like, so this is, you know, after he gets released from the feds. Do you have any memories of like Spike Dudley as like the boss in SmackDown 2005?
Yeah, it was 04 actually.
Oh,
because I was watching some of that stuff recently.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's very good in that role, telling the Dudleys what to do.
Yeah, and then he becomes like master.
He slaps the fuck out of Scotty 2 Hotty. It's like, damn, Scotty 2 Hotty got a mini TV angle.
Yeah,
it's very good shit.
It's so funny to think about like the, you know, like the position of like I rule over the cruiserweight division with an iron fist, because like you'll have like you know, like a long title reign with it, and then once that ends, like you're basically nothing. You're dirt in the hierarchy. So yeah, Spike Dudley, he comes in and he is giving it to the Tomasellis, the Iron Saints. And this clip I'm going to play here is an excerpt from the Mike promo that he does, where he clears the ring and he's calling the Tomasellis pussies. Are you guys wrestlers? Are you going to wrestle us? And then this happens.
I got one thing to say.
What's that? You don't have a job?
That might be true. That's true. I got fired by the WWE. Oh, boo-hoo for me! Pussies and whips and guys that come with the first goddamn thing about wrestling.
Yeah!
Preach on, brother! Preach on!
Jim Fannin just busting a nut at that point. He's like, oh!
You just hear like his like his fucking of Ian's ass go faster. Oh my god, yeah. So big ol' thing where he does the fucking post WWE promo of just like, yeah, fuck WWE, you don't know shit about wrestling, and it's for the perfect crowd for it. Screw you, Vito Tomaselli, I think that's who said that.
Yeah, so Spike Dudley, he's definitely announced as Spike Dudley, but Stricker, Stricker says, "Nein, das ist Matt HYSON. Es tut mir leid."
What the fuck?
Yeah, it says Matt HYSON on Cage Match.
Why? Why, Stricker?
Es tut mir leid, Spike Dudley ist WWE trademark. He could have at least said, "It's Brother Runt."
I know. That's what I thought you were gonna say. And then you just come out with shoot name. Oh my god, that's Matt Heisman.
What's Matt HYSON doing in the IWAM zone?
Wow. Well, thankfully, that's not the reality we live in. Strigan may tell you that's reality, but it's not. We have Brother Runt.
Yes.
Fuck. I really was about to say Brother Runt there. Shit. Spike Dudley in the ring. Actually, it's Larry Sweeney starting off with Vito. I thought like Vito, he is Tomaselli hair. To use your system, I think he looks a lot like Damian Priest, doesn't he?
The bisexual Undertaker?
Yeah. You could call him the gay Undertaker. Would you have seen Eddie Tomaselli before?
I don't think so, no.
They seem to be so everywhere in IWA for like a good like fucking decade. It's crazy. Apparently the thing with Sal Tomaselli is that he loves penis. You heard about this?
You see this? You heard this? No, I don't think so.
Well, people at Midlothian sure have, because they chant Sal loves cock. Sal loves cock, and he is playing up to it. He's like, no, I do not, no. So, it's pretty cool. And then, the main thing is that, like, Eddie Kingston, main guy in this match, he gets his leg fucked up. And it sure seems like it was real, because it appears to disrupt the intended purpose and structure of this match. He gets fucked up, and things out of the ring, and there's a point where Ben Jordan is like, Eddie's legitimately hurt. So, all this other shit you've seen is fucking fake.
Damn, he just got Marek Brave hurt.
And so, Larry Sweeney and Spike Dudley now have to take the helm here and, fucking fight the Tomasellis. Did you catch what Spike Dudley was arguing with a fan about?
I didn't catch like the words. No, someone
like-
shouted something. And he's like, "Shut the fuck up! Go get a ticket to another show."
Yeah, this is IWA, and I guess the fans chant IWA, so that's pretty good.
That's where we are now.
Yeah. Spike hits the acid drop, but then the pin gets cut off. He then gets a big chair shot on the outside of Spike Dudley, and he bleeds.
He bleeds.
What a wonderful blade job Spike Dudley gets to do here.
Yes.
What a satisfying feeling it must be. Finally, I'm away from the chains of that oppressive WWE. I can finally fucking slice my forehead good. Arrgh! That's me bleeding. And then Sal, he nom-noms his head, gives it a big nom-nom to hurt him some more. It's an interesting way they if I were to guess that, like, you know, okay, Eddie is hurt and the structure had to change, I would think that, you know, maybe this would be shared out a bit more, but since he is, Spike Dudley just gets the heat for like a good while. He just gets tortured and hit with like brass knuckles over and over and over again. It's pretty cool.
And then after that Spike and Peril stuff, we get a brief hot tag from Sweeney. And then Kingston gets back up on the apron to do another hot tag.
I know, yeah.
Feels like Sweeney was like subbing in for the hot tag there. And he's like, oh, he's back. So I guess that's it.
Yeah. Eddie.
And Kingston's doing obviously a hurty leg hot tag. But he still manages to pull off all of these like exploder suplexes and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy how he doesn't want to put weight on his leg, so he just like does full overhead for all of these suplexes that he's doing, which is crazy. And you know, he's like you can hear him just like mutter like "fuck" under his breath. He's like fucking going crazy in there. He sets up for a move of some kind, but then oh no, Gay Undertaker comes in and clips his bad leg, and so he is out of here with that. And then Spike is in there. They kind of mentioned how, like, you know, Eddie like rolls out because he's hurt earlier on. Spike takes over, and Jim is like, "Oh, I guess this is Lucha rules now." So you know, he's on top of it. he's on top of this bullshit. And indeed,
another quarter-star docked for psychology there.
Yeah, inconsistency in the rules. And so Spike is in now. He tries another acid drop, but it gets cursed into the what else? The Iron Saint specialty, the SAT bomb, for the win.
Apparently, they won't tell Fannin what SAT stands for.
All he knows is that
Why
it gets the
don't
W.
you tell him, bro?
So, like, you know how, like, throughout the show, Jim Fannin would be like, "Oh," like he'll see someone like use chairs or like fuck up the ring, and he'd be like, "Oh, we'll have to pay for that. That's coming out of your paycheck." Is he just like running out of free now at this point? I wonder.
Maybe.
Because surely if he was, you would tell him the name of your fucking finish and what it stands for. Iron Saints win, and you know Eddie is lying on the outside. He cry, and he is like, I'm so sorry. Larry Sweet's like, "No man, it's okay." And don't be sorry. You know, he stands up. Someone yells, "Suck it up!" But everyone else is like, Eddie, yeah, you walk out on your own. It's fine.
Yeah.
Pretty cool match. You know, like you said, it was a great booking to bring in Spike Dudley. I remember I was looking at his movements in 2005, 2006, like what other stuff he did. Like he, you know, had a whole fucking like tour of like a bunch of indies before he settles into TNA. I can't remember if he does any more IWA Mid-South. But this was the one bit of it, and it was a good one bit. And it was also nice to just like finally see these damn Thomas cells I've heard so much about.
Yeah, I would say despite whatever problems occurred in the match. It was very fun.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a little twisty.
I'll give you a little twisty.
Yeah, yeah. So then we move on to a light heavyweight match. Can't remember if it's for the title or not, but regardless, we got here an unexpected guest from Combat Zone Wrestling. It's Ruckus!
Ruckus! Ruckus is thin, Eric!
Ruckus is thin, Eric. He has lost weight. I'm glad for him.
Congratulations on your weight loss journey, Ruckus.
You'll need to give me tips on your diet.
See, Eric, he took my advice.
That's great for Ruckus, John. He looks in great shape. So Ruckus comes out, thin as hell, smoking a stogie. Looks great.
Yep.
And then his opponent is Joshua Abercrombie. What do you make of this character?
He seems like a sex guy. He's got a little mustache.
Oh yeah. He doesn't stroke it necessarily, but he's like smooshing it out with his fingers, and the crowd fucking loves it. You're like, oh yeah, that's what you do. Jim Fannin, not a fan of him.
No. It's taking the attention off his fucking gorgeous ass.
Yeah, yeah. He says that Michigan could fuck off, and he would like that. So
is this a title match or not? I was confused.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like I can't remember if it's online. I guess like they don't. Yeah. Especially because like if it was, then that's egregious because Josh Abercrombie does not come out with a title. Or a title.
Yeah. Ian books these people, like sends them an email and is like, bring in title optional.
He sends emails like a telegram. Bring in title stuff.
If it's too heavy, we could just imagine it. It's fine.
So they say
and still imaginary champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, please imagine in your mind's eye the World Heavyweight Championship.
That would be a pretty good gimmick. Just declaring yourself the imaginary champion.
Yeah.
It's like the FTW, but you don't even get something like made.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. The IWA title.
I think that exists.
No, it doesn't. It's imaginary. So they make reference to Joshua's dominance over the light heavyweight division. They say that Josh Abercrombie and Seth Rollins have wrestled so much they're not allowed to wrestle for a whole year.
Wow. Somebody should have sent that idea to Vince. Like, there's been too much Ziggler versus Kofi. They can't wrestle for a year.
Oh, well, I don't think Vince would respond well to that. I would support just being like, man, Seth Rollins, he's wrestled everyone too much. Better send him home. Ruckus, he puts Josh out on the floor, but then he misses his dive, and the camera gets right up on Josh's face as he goes, haw haw. And this is the part where it's really clear. Commentary, you can't see shit, because Ruckus and Josh, they're about to fucking do shit. Ruckus, he gets ran into the wall and he flips off the wall, and then he does a razzle dazzle into a moonsault on the ground. And watching Jim Fannin and Ben Jordan, they're like, oh, look at that guy, he's got 3 replica bells.
Yeah, it's also quite apparent that probably like 60-70% of the crowd also can't see it because it gets a sort of muted reception.
Yeah, yeah.
The people who saw it liked it.
They should invest in a Titantron. When they get back in, crazy arm drag followed by an elbow drop. And what do you think of Josh Abercrombie based off this one match?
It's alright.
Yeah,
It didn't make like a huge impression, but he's got some shit, I guess.
he's definitely got a lot of shit that he gets in. You know, which like becomes apparent a lot more. But like, you know, I think he's got good instincts. You know, like there's like a kick out he does, and then while Ruckus is just like moping about on his knees, Josh like does a sweep kick from the ground, and I thought, good wrestling mind there. That's Ian Rottenness at work. So here comes the get in shit. So Ruckus, he does a tornado DDT, but Josh blocks it, gets him back on the turnbuckle, and then smashes the back of his head on the turnbuckle. Then he does a springboard on Ruckus, and then another springboard, and here comes the crossface, and now it's time for Zack Ryder's old finisher, the Zack attack. So a whole lot of stuff going on. Like he does a camel clutch into the Gedo clutch. Ruckus, he is getting hit with so many moves. How else is he going to start to come back? Except for, I don't know if this is a handspring move that he did in CCW. I forget. But he like handsprings, and then the motion he does is basically whisper in the wind, but it's supposed to be a kick. And then they're just going back and forth. I quite liked that one part, you know, where they're doing like, they like just roll around a lot, and they end up in a fisherman suplex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Very
notice
well done.
the Ruckus moonsault leg drop where he also almost did the splits?
Oh, yeah, that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah.
There's a couple of periods in this where Ruckus is just like on a roll, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
He's just like hitting move after move, and it's like, wow, he's so good.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably like the best way to say that Ruckus is better than Josh. Is that like when Josh is doing a bunch of moves, you're kind of sort of visibly like, okay, he's doing a lot of moves here. You know, for Ruckus, you're just like, yeah, Ruckus.
Whoa! Ruckus is good, Eric.
Ruckus is good. He needs to wrestle more. Unfortunately, it's not in the cards for Ruckus today because Josh Abercrombie, he hits the lung blower, quote unquote Taliban style, and then he.
Is that a commentary quote?
Yes, I'm sure it is. He does like some
What's
crazy.
that referring to?
I have no fucking idea.
Shades of the Taliban there. The way that you fucking fucked everything up.
Oh, what a lung blower. It reminds me of that tragedy on September 11th. So he hits that, and then he goes up for his signature move, the Phoenix Splash, and he basically misses.
Yeah. Basically, the only bit that lands is on Ruckus's face.
Yeah, it must have sucked.
And Fannin then he says, nope, didn't get all of it. And then 1, 2, 3. It's so crazy to hear it. Didn't get all of it, and then successful pinfall combat.
Yeah. Well, you know, that Taliban style lung blower really knocks you out for a while.
Yeah. He really committed a terrorist attack with that one. So yeah, I mean, it's not that egregious. I guess a Phoenix Splash to the face would suck, but Fannin in his like commentary bot 5,000 impulses, just sort of like shut on it.
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
Not realizing that was actually going to be the finish.
Yeah, I think that's really like the key to like that sort of commentary is that the wrestlers don't have like, they're not like wired up with like, what's commentary saying? So, you know, they can't just go like, oh, I guess it didn't look good enough, I'll do something else. No, this is the finish. They're doing it. Pretty alright match overall. I think talking about it, I'm just sort of like, yeah, Ruckus is cool. Josh, maybe not as much.
The jury's out, first time viewing.
Yeah.
You never know. Yeah. When he's walking to the back, Abercrombie, there's a dude like knelt down for some reason, clapping him. I don't know if they didn't have like enough chairs or something. And then Abercrombie just like shoves him over for no reason. That'll teach you for fucking clapping me.
You're not sitting down, kill yourself. And there we get to a very interesting match here.
Yep, it's Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, versus Vince McMahon. Oh, wait. I read that wrong somehow. Ian Rotten versus Kevin Steen.
It's like Shawn Michaels versus Vince McMahon, and I don't know which is which.
So Steen, he comes out to cameo Word Up at this time, apparently. Something I didn't know that he had in his past.
Gets on the stick, doesn't he?
He does. Says there's a lot of wrestling in town this weekend, but there's one match that's captured fans' imaginations more than any of it. Shawn Michaels versus Vince McMahon. He compares this match that he's about to have to that one, but it's then interrupted by a woman who says, "You ain't Shawn Michaels." And then he shushes her and says, "Women shouldn't speak," which gets a huge pop.
Epic! For the win.
2006.
4chan.
Damn women.
So, yeah, you just describing it there really makes us think, like, man, he really cut like a 2K16 story mode promo. Like, literally, I don't like it.
He does continue by saying that Vince McMahon, he might be on the cover of Muscle and Fitness this month, but Ian's got it next month. Well, that was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, that's very good.
And then Jim Ian comes out and just look at him, a healthy, respected man in the prime of his life.
Yeah, Ian was looking pretty awesome.
Ian cuts disrespect promo, and it feels like it doesn't come as naturally to him as respect promo.
No, it's like a bit awkward.
He's really reaching at certain points.
Yeah, I loved when he's like, "Oh, yeah, sure, you're the Heartbreak Kids," before you get woken up by your mommy.
Yeah. I understand you think you're Shawn Michaels, and then your mommy shook you to wake you up. That's because you still live with your mommy.
Oh, burn.
And then Jim Fannin's getting really mad at these WWE references.
Yeah.
He's like, when Spike Dudley shit on him, he's like, "What?" And now he's like anti-coming. The cum is going back inside his penis. It was just in a puddle on the floor, and it just like seeps back up.
Yeah, he's no longer a fan of Kevin Steen. He takes back all the things he said about him. And Ian is still going with like these tight 5 minutes of stand up he's doing, because like he addresses the Vince McMahon comparison. He's like, like, I'm not a billionaire like he is, and I'm also better looking than he is, haha. And then he says this.
And since me and my wife aren't going to have any more kids, my balls aren't the size of grapefruits anymore. That's too much
information! Too much information. No, it's not.
I love that guy, whoever that was. Because, I want to hear about Ian's balls. Why not?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know quite what... So he's done having kids, Oh, okay. So he has sex now, but he still has the kids. It's like, we're done having kids. We killed the kids. And now there's much more time for sex.
Yeah, like, I guess it's one of those things that I didn't really interrogate in my mind. Because, like, you know, like, wait, hold on. Doesn't have kids. More or less semen expelled out of penis? I don't know. in either case,
it's like I say, like disrespect promos do not come naturally to him.
Yeah.
He needs to come out and say, "You're fucking great. That was the best match I've ever seen."
Ian Rotten prospers in sincerity.
Yeah.
And so, you know, this match gets underway. The commentary are like, you know, Kevin Steen, he got to the finals of the Ted Petty Invitational, but here and now he's going under the Ian Rotten test, you know, which I think is pretty prevalent of like, oh man, can you have a good match with Ian? It's not guaranteed if you suck. So, and then, you know, Kevin Steen, he asked for a damn HBK chant, and this prompts Jim Fannin, who is still seeping up cum with his penis, to say this.
At times like these, I am embarrassed to be a wrestling fan.
Oh.
That's right. Fuck you, WWE. Kevin Steen, if you love Shawn Michaels so much, why don't you go and sign a contract for a developmental territory?
Yeah, you piece of shit. Yeah. It's crazy, like, to put yourself in this time of WWE and then think that, yeah, he's actually going to go. And be quite successful.
Kevin Steen is going to main event at WrestleMania with Steve
Austin. Steve Austin! Imagine telling somebody that in 2006. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's pretty wonderful. But here and now, he reminds me of Ryan Reynolds or MJF. I wasn't much big for him in this match. Do you agree or do you disagree with me?
I mean, I was having fun with the match because it's like, it's an unserious match. I don't know why I said unserious. That's a stupid word that people have started saying. I'm so sorry. Sorry,
I forgive you.
Thank you, Ian. But it was nice to see some Ian Chain, Ian comedy, Ian hijinks. I haven't seen him in so long, man.
I was really impressed by when he like does the headstand in the kickoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really is a skilled wrestler.
And Jim Fannin's like, this guy can't even get out of a chair, and then he just does a perfect headstand. It's like, this guy's had like 83 concussions this month.
I love when he brings up. He's like, I hug a Redeem run all day, and I watch him get up from the ground. It's just going to such a vivid image of like Ian Rod just fucking like lying around.
I also liked when Ian tries to do the Vince walk.
Yeah. And then Kevin Steen's like, no, he does this. And then he does a more accurate Vince walk. Like, shut up, man. Well, that's what Ian did.
He's trying.
That's what Vince does now, okay? Learn
he hasn't watched WWF since 1988. Give him a break.
Yeah, he was imitating the stand back dance.
There's a bit where Steen starts to put Ian in the sharpshooter, and he says, "Can't do that." And at first I thought he said, "He's too fat." I can't bend his body that way. He's too fat. But no, it's because he's HBK, and the HBK can't do the sharpshooter except for that one time that he did it.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, man.
Good one.
Yeah.
And it's funny to think that he was almost definitely in the crowd the next day, watching John Cena versus Triple H.
Yeah, and I wonder what Kevin Steen thinks of Backlash 2006, the rematch of Shawn and Vince, except this time God's there.
Oh yeah.
But for now, you know, like maybe that match sucks to him, and he didn't appreciate the religious, sacrilegious nature of it. But here and now, he's just a true blue HBK fan. So he does the kip up, he does the elbow, and then he also gets the sweet chin music off. You know, you always gotta really appreciate when like he imitates like the exact way that Shawn like fucking postures up when he's done like the tuning the band thing. You know, you always have to have respect for that sort of autism to imitate that perfectly. And then his fatal mistake, the fatal error of Heartbreak Kid Kevin Steen here is he goes for a swanton, the knees get put up.
That's not in Shawn Michaels' moveset. That's why you lost.
Exactly. There's a great story told here. And Ian Rotten, he grabs the Magistral to fucking win. Yeah.
Which is obviously in Vince McMahon's moveset. Yeah, I was thinking like they could have maybe gone further with this role playing thing, but then I thought like, well, what moves does Vince McMahon actually have? He mostly gets like whooped, and then he'll just like punch or use a weapon.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, he's a very sick wrestler because he doesn't need anything else.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to go into like video game movesets to like scrounge the barrel, you know.
Yeah.
Steen exits stage left because Team Underground, they're back. They're back. Eric Priest in particular, he's got a problem with Ian Rotten. He earned his way into the King of the Death matches, and then, you know, he is talking this shit to Ian Rotten. And Ian, it's like, you know, you might have just proved Steen right. I might be Vince McMahon, because you're working for me, and you're on the gas.
I didn't even catch that one.
Yeah, yeah. And then, you know, he's talking about Eric being in this deathmatch tournament. Oh, you want to be a deathmatch tournament? Well, you and your pretty body will get a taste of deathmatches. And, you know, then Jim Fannon's like, did he say he had a pretty body? And you're like, no, he didn't mean it that way. He's not gay. And then after this, I don't know if you noticed, like, well, I'm sure you noticed it, but like, do you remember the name of the referee that everyone fucking hates?
I can't remember it.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But yeah, they do a power driver finish on him. It's like, let's do a power driver finish properly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It seems like gratuitous in that way.
Like they just kind of like turn on this ref for no reason, to like finish the segment off.
And if it was because of that, then like, how aware was this referee that this was going to happen?
Oh man!
Did they just do like a Josh Bodum?
Imagine like you're like a referee and like a guy who's like just finished a promo just like whispers to you, "I'm gonna power drive you now. Watch out." Tuck your heads.
It's like, oh fuck, I haven't even taken a fucking flat back bump in 4 years.
Yeah. So
but that's okay. That's what the referees are there for.
What?
to kill.
To be sacrificed.
You ain't seen Josh Bodum, bro?
Yeah.
Remember that? That was good.
I sure do. Good times. And everyone was like, no, Josh Bodum. Bad Josh Bodum. So, you know, we have to move away from those nice memories and come to the next match on here.
Indeed.
Delirious versus El Generico.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's the crazy mask guys.
The crazy mask dudes. How much of Delirious have you ever seen?
A little bit, because I watched 2015 ROH for my sins, and he would routinely be in like the opener or something like that, and he'd do his thing where he'd run around and he'd go crazy.
Yeah. Mila's one of those guys where, definitely the top example of it, where like I see like I like read his cage match of like this guy went 60 minutes with CM Punk.
Really?
Like, yes, E. In 2005,
Wow.
he goes over 30 minutes with CM Punk for the light heavyweight title, and then after that he goes 60 minutes with him.
Wow. It's like I do when I don't want to see that.
I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what 60 minutes of Delirious looks like, but Ian does because he booked it.
Ian, you are just a superior mind. Wow.
Yeah. Like just today, I saw that headline again of Emmanuel Macron being like, "My thoughts are too complicated for journalists to understand," and that's what Ian Rotten is.
Man, I might have to put no blood, no guts, no glory on the list.
Oh man, yeah.
It's not even the main event.
Fuck.
It's in the center of the show.
Oh man, fucking.
And then after 60 minutes of Delirious, they're like, "Hey guys, here's Brad Bradley." Fucking hell, Ian is so cool.
Yeah. This is something that I'll bring up more.
Oh, this ends in a War Games match? Oh, this is definitely going on the list.
Hell yeah. Fucking, like...
A 3-team War Games match?
3 teams? That's... What?
Yeah, it's going NXT mode with that one. I'm not sure.
Wow. It's something I'll bring up more in the main event. And, like, obviously it's, like, a charming point of IWA. But it's funny how, like, much stuff happens in the main event where you're like, I saw some guy do this better earlier, so I'm not gonna pop for it, you know? Absolute, like, fucked up structure. He would not do good at EWR, but it's okay. So, Delirious versus El Generico.
On this show, I learned that fans were still doing the wrestling thing as far back as 2006.
Oh, yeah.
What's the point? What's the point in that?
This feels like a very, like, Chikara crowd, you know? Like, obviously they're here for IWA Mid-South and they have those sensibilities, but just
it's
like...
It's probably some British guys as well.
Yeah, like,
If in doubt, blame the British people. Damn British people don't understand shit.
Oh my god, guys. Are we really doing this with the British? Holy shit.
Guys, British people don't even season their food. They eat fish and chips.
I mean, really? You're telling me that humans are wrestling here, but the British really count as humans? Let's be honest here, guys.
You invaded the world and took all their spices, and you eat mushy peas?
Man, I had mushy peas yesterday. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't think I've had them since I was like 5. I should try them again one day, maybe.
Yeah,
I know it's disgraceful because I'm from Nottingham. Like, they love their mushy peas.
Yeah. I think the first time I had them, I went to a pub and like got like fish and chips, and there was literally just like a pot of like mushy peas, and it was like I unlocked something, you know. I unlocked a secret way to heaven.
Yeah, I like peas, so chances are I'd like them mushy as well. I'm not really a British food person. I don't like. Well, one, I'm vegetarian, and I also don't like baked beans. I think they're rank.
What?
Nah,
what?
they're rank, boy. What? So it just doesn't work in that sauce for me. And I tried them like recently as well in Spain.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's because maybe I looked pale, and they're like, we were ordering a tapas in Barcelona.
Oh,
and they're like,
right, yeah.
This person needs some baked beans. It's like, no, I still don't like them.
Okay, there is a time recently my dad and I went out for lunch, and we both got a Scottish breakfast. Scottish breakfast is a slight variation of the English breakfast, where like they put in a tomato and stuff like that, right? But it comes with beans as usual, and my dad hates beans. he doesn't want to eat them in the breakfast. So as always in this scenario, I was like, give me your beans right now. I just ate like 2 pots of beans. And it felt great. I love it. I love beans so much. And I love peas too. I was about to say before we got into this, I hate that, like, Britons, they eat the pea wets and stuff. I love pea wets. Man, fuck you.
Pea wit?
It's fucking, one of those regional things where it's like, barn with pea wets, which is like the wet of a pea. It's like the juice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'd love to try that, man. Fuck you, Americans. And your goddamn,
Yeah, I mean they got their own weird shit over there. So.
Yeah, hey, look, if you're going to generalize and stereotype, why don't I do it too? You Americans out there, you pay $25 for Chipotle that you record on your phone. Fucker. So yeah.
I'm not getting involved. I've got to keep a good relationship with both nations.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Two great nations, you know.
Wonderful. So, Delirious, it said that he's literally fresh off a Europe tour. Literally.
Wow.
This man is a head of lettuce. And then they get to Babylon, do Delirious and El Generico. El Generico, his gimmick was that he is a Mexican guy, but in fact he is a Canadian dude who is speaking broken Spanish. It's a funny joke, don't you think?
What? Where'd you hear that? But yeah, I mean, it's always crazy to me when I hear someone say, like, they should bring that back in WWE.
Yeah.
I don't think they should. I think it's best kept in the 2000s. It's especially funny when you see like Sami Zayn, like cut one of those fiery babyface promos. You really want him to go, see.
Yeah.
How about that Sami Zayn promo where he was basically cutting an anti-Israel promo, but the role of Israel had to be played by the bobblehead bitch Jordan Devlin, or JD Madonna or something, whatever his name is.
Yeah, something like that.
That was a good promo.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll let you do this, but Israel has to be the bobblehead bitch.
Yeah, imagine if instead he was like, Israel es no numero uno. I think El Generico is a thing where like the latter part of the El Generico career is mainly just like it's like the big emotional Kevin Steen feuds, or him like doing stuff in PWG or whatever, where like eventually it's not so prevalent, the character, right? The character that establishes all this, and that's fine enough. But I think, like, as you say, if you then bring it back, then eventually people are going like, wait, what was all this about again? Best thing we want for this guy who's become such a big star is to allude to these things which would make people think like, oh, hold on a minute, just like with Kevin Owens is going real good. We should bring back that gimmick where he was a misogynist. Anyway, though, I think that we are straying off the topic here because this match was
happened. It was alright. I mean, Delirious, he's obviously a mad nutter. He runs around just going crazy, and there's some bits that are quite funny. I like the spot where they sort of deconstruct the drop down leapfrog routine to comic effect.
That's the exact word I used. A deconstruction.
Yes.
Epic style.
Deconstructed the grappling. And then the match sort of, it's like perfectly split in half of like some hijinks, and then they just do the work rate grappling, and it's quite a jarring transition into it. I found. It's like okay, that suplex was all right, but when's the time haha? I need my funny.
Oh man. Yeah, as in like, yeah, it is quite a transition because like a lot of the comedy would be like, one of his first things is like Delirious has a shoulder block, then he like looms over El Generico like but then he keeps doing it after El Generico's got up, and that's pretty funny. And so now he exhibits competency.
Yeah, he just like, I don't know, maybe he needs a couple of knocks to the head to start having a normal wrestling match.
Yeah, he's like Greg Valentine except for concussions.
Yeah. Well, there's a bit where they're still in the funny bit. They're on the outside for a bit, and there's a bald guy who looks like he's not enjoying it. He wanted fawners, damn it. No twisty for the funny. And Delirious decides to just rub his bald head for like, genuinely like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And I thought, damn, this guy's gonna flip.
Man,
but no, he just sits there and takes it.
He takes it, that's right. Yeah, I saw that guy.
He's just deducting a half star in his head. It's like, didn't like it when he rubbed my head.
Oh man, I saw that guy obviously when like the head rubbing happens, but I didn't notice it beforehand, so that's very funny. That
yeah, I just kind of noticed that he looked like most people were sort of smiling and stuff, and he wasn't, and he had his arms folded. Just like, of course he's going to pick on that guy.
Oh man, that's pretty good. You know, make a lot of allusions to the Shadows Over Hell backsplash that has brought Delirious so much success in IWA Mid-South. And sure enough, when he's on the top rope, a guy yells out, "Shadows over hell!" So, you know, he's over with the crowds. They're into what they're picking up what he's putting down.
They've watched like 52 hours of his content at this point.
And they've loved every second of it. But the Shadows Over Hell does not get the pinfall. Instead, Instead, El Generico, he tries for the brain buster, which they helpfully point out that's a Japanese pronunciation.
Like they see in Japan.
Yeah, and Jim Fannin doesn't know anything about that. He don't watch that shit.
He's from America. Why would he watch the wrestling in Japan?
Exactly. Why would I watch wrestling in Japan? I don't know. So he goes for the brainbuster, but it's like Delirious blocks it by kicking off the turnbuckles. Then he counters his ass, gets a pin. He wins the match, and he's going, April Fools. Pretty alright, you know. Like, I feel like this might be the vibe for a lot of the Delirious matches, where like, you know, it does not rest in like one thing. It's not comedy and it's not serious work rate. It's just both of them, and so you don't know how to feel about either part.
Yeah. Like in 2015, like he would be like, obviously like I said, the opening match guy, or like a guy in a scramble. So he would just do that for like the duration, as far as I can tell, and he would still do like some moves and shit, but not quite the jarring juxtaposition of this match.
Is he doing the Code of Honor
in this match?
No, like in Ring of Honor.
Oh. You know, at first I thought you meant the movie. Was he in Code of Honor, directed by Michael Winnick? But I don't know. I can't remember. Probably that's like the rules over there. It's like the Bible.
Man, Michael Winnick, it's been a long time. You did a whole fucking like research on like what the thematic consistency was between his filmography, and we've just never thought about him since.
Yeah. Obviously, dudes wake up sometimes and they'd be like, "What?"
just wake up and be like,
Or Michael Winnick. We it's unlikely, really, that we do one of his movies because he did one called Code of Honor. Like, if Code of Honor wasn't enough of a stretch to do just another Michael Winnick film, you'd get like 2 downloads. But
yeah, I mean, like,
oh well.
We'd have to do quite the penance, you know, because with Code of Honor, we're like, oh, you know, it's a stretch, so we might as well review Mike Bennett versus Adam Page as well.
yeah. What grappling would we attach to? Oh shit, I don't know any of the names of his movies anymore.
Oh,
let me give them a quick look up.
Oh, I have the exact thing for like any Michael Winnick movie.
You ever wake up?
You ever wake up and just be like, whoa? Let's see. Let's look at his letterbox again. Probably not going to find anything from this, but you know. Films directed by Michael Winnick. Just gotta wait for the page to load. Disquiet, malicious. No, I do not consent for my personal data to be used. Okay, Guns, Girls, Gambling. I don't remember that one.
Oh.
Shadow Puppets. Dark Acid. The Better Half. The Duplicate. Yeah. Nothing springing to mind in terms of connections to the grappling with these.
Man, only 8 movies to his name. It's quite something.
8 more than you.
It's true, but I'm just thinking, like, oh my goodness, what if we had like a Patreon exclusive 8-episode series, like we were between the sheets or something like that, of Michael Winnick's filmography. Wow.
Yeah, there's a huge audience willing to pay for that, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, Delirious is successful. He wins, and, you know, he babbles at El Generico. And it's like, and then we move on.
We sure do. It's Toby Klein. That's his tag.
Mr. Insanity is back. Toby Klein.
Would we have watched Eddie? He might have turned up on a couple of shows, right? In CZW, probably?
Yes, he was in Tournament of Death, where he was
And I've seen a bit more of him where he's tagging with Necro.
Yeah.
And it's like always very, very, very fun, very sick.
He does this like Brody Huss, except like his sounds more like, you know, like when the Rick Steiner fans go like hoof 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 like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like that. And he also goes like.
He also goes.
Yeah, he does.
I got such a big kick out of that. That's so fucking good.
Yeah, he's a goofy guy. He's still a goofy guy. He like runs into the ring and like, I swear he like attempts to decapitate the ref. Like the way he swings at him, like if the ref did not move, that would have been bad news.
And then Tank.
Yep.
You seen any Tank before?
Only because I followed the Reverend, and Reverend's a big Tank guy, so you know Tank is always living in the background of his promos.
Yeah, I've seen him against Smo Joe.
Oh,
that was really good.
The one that they mentioned here, like from the months before.
I think so. Unless they had, I'm not sure if they have multiple matches. You'd probably assume that they just have the one with their different career trajectories and all. But yeah, he rules as well. The two of them, pretty early on, they get into a headbutt war, and it's fucking mental.
Oh yeah.
Tank is like properly winding up and getting a full momentum swing, like how giraffes fight.
Yeah.
Pre-Benoit.
We didn't know. Yeah, like Toby Klein, he like gets like the worst sort of looking hardway wound off of this, where it's not like some big gash. There's just like an opening on his head now where blood's coming out of, and it looks so like caused by blunt force, you know.
Yeah.
It looks insane. Hey, did you hear Vader's coming to IWA Mid-South?
Man, I fucking flipped. I immediately paused the video and went to cage match, and it never happened.
What?
What?
Oh, fuck.
No, it just never happened. I'm sure bathtubs in Indiana were relieved at this. But personally, I'm devastated. We never got Earwham's Vader. He did work IWA East Coast, and I thought, oh, is that what they're referring to? Did they just say IWA when it's any? But no, because that was in February before this match took place.
Wow. Man, that's unfortunate, because like they do a nice job of hyping up, like, you know, him versus like Bull Payne.
Yeah.
Like,
I would have loved that shit, huh?
You're like, oh, Bull Payne jobbed to him when he was in AWA. Vader doesn't even remember him. But we'll see when they collide in IWA Mid-South. And it doesn't happen. Fuck. That's unfortunate, man.
Yeah. That's a shame.
Jim Fannin did not let Vader shit in the bathtub.
Oh, Jim Fannin will get so angry at that.
Oh, man. So, you know, putting that unfortunate business aside, I like the way like Toby Klein does strikes, where there's like a good escalation of like he's going on the body, doing body shots, and then he moves on up to the head. I quite like that sort of stuff. He has good punches, and tanks him. I love the chair shot in this to Tank.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Once again, concussive, CTE, dangerous, and we love it. We love when that happens. So yeah, and I was quite fucking surprised to see actually a Big Man tribute.
Yeah, coast to coast. I guess RVD did it first, probably, right? Yeah, he must have done.
Yeah, I suppose so. Oh well.
But yeah, big coast to coast. That Tank does not like. I guess most wrestlers taking that would, you know, protect the head. Tank does not protect the head, and he just starts bleeding like fuck from it.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely crazy blood. It like zooms in on him when he's fucking like, he's like breathing like Teddy Roosevelt, like like that. It's an odd sort of finish here, where like Toby, he gets him up for what is basically a Samoan drop, and you know, Jim Fannin has to fucking get his old dumper in there and say, didn't get all of it. Barely got him up. And then Toby does like, I don't know what you call it, but it's like the splash where you start and then you like rotate in the air.
Yeah, I just wrote the backwards frog splash.
Backwards frog splash, yeah. He like threw himself up like a pizza and just came back down. And like Tank kicks out at like 3.00001.
Yeah. It was unclear whether it was 2.9 or 3.1.
Yeah.
But, and, you know, Jim Fannon's like, oh, they might need a rematch from that. So I'm assuming it was a deliberate thing and not him just trying to Hogan it.
Yeah, yeah.
But who cares? Fucking sick match. Big twisty.
A little twisty.
No, big twisty.
Oh, shit.
A little twisty.
You'll have to run through that. You have to run through that Roy Knight promo and see if he says the word "big" in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Be like, big twisty.
Yeah, yeah.
Bubba Ray Dudley's The Bubble Bomb looks great.
Hold on a minute. I just want to point this out. I come home from work today and my dad's like, oh, I got you something. Look in the fridge. It's a pack of Whisper bars, right? 4 of them.
Pack of what?
Whisper bars. You know Whisper?
Ah, yeah. Whisper Gold is my favorite chocolate bar.
Nice. So like the main thing he got me is this like Java cake protein bar.
What? Jaffa Cake protein bar? That seems so like contradictory.
It's actually like a 2-pack of proteined up Jaffa cakes. I'm sure it'll taste great. But he also got a 4-pack of Whisper, and he said, "Oh, that's for the both of us. True for you, true for me." Now, why the hell did I go in the kitchen after recording for like, I don't know, like 2 hours, and there's only one Whisper bar there?
What?
What's up with that?
He was there unwrapping 3 at once and just like taking a bite.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, I think.
Yeah.
Never mind that! Necro Butcher versus Loki!
Oh! What?
Oh! Oh man. So, Loki, as it turns out, he's been a bit busy in the IWA Mid-South because he's already killed Seth Rollins. And Ian Rotten he's very pissed about this. So he decided to send Necro Butcher after him, which it's interesting to think that this and Samoa Joe, the Samoa Joe match, both have the pretense of, oh, there's a storyline where this guy has been sent to kill Loki, and then it all kind of gets overrun by just the match being perfect, So
you say Loki though. I think more like sneaky, because he just fucking slinks through the crowd.
Yeah,
gets the jump on Necro. It's just fucking chaos straight away as the fans throw their streamers into the ring.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They're like trying to brawl through all the paper, and at like various points, Loki has to like get a bit of it off his foot so he can do fucking epic kick.
It is very good. Do you like the Loki theme here, where it starts off with the theme of Liu Kang, and then it just goes right into the realist killers? Yeah,
that's pretty sick.
Immediately during this opening brawl, you can see a contrast here between the precise nature of Loki's kicks versus Necro's approach, and be like he just like lugs his big giant arms around, just like swinging. It's really beautiful. We go on the outside, and just this like scuffle that's like everlasting between them. They're just always just striking each other in some way, and then Loki eventually he just fucking gets his flurry going. He does a rolling thunder kick that is so cool. It feels like he is being given license to kill for real.
Yes.
And
also, he's got a little bit of hair. He's got like an inch of hair.
I can't remember if you said it, but I remember someone saying that Loki with hair is depressed Loki.
He's also got the little chin strap facial hair. It's like he's had a tough couple of months, and he's gonna come and take it out on their Necro Butcher here.
Yeah. Then he does this great seated drop kick where he comes in from the far end of the camera and he goes ah! There's a big high pitched squeal.
Yeah, I feel like if there's one thing that he's added to his repertoire since the 2002 stuff that we watched quite comprehensively, it's just going, ah!
Yeah, for real. The vocal range on this guy, he should have been in a damn band.
Yeah, but it's a great touch. It's a great addition to what he can already do. Yeah, just beautiful stuff on the outside. He does a couple of shotgun drop kicks and they're fucking brutal. Necro, obviously, I can't think of anybody who absorbs punishment better than that guy.
He really rolls with everything. And the crowd's really active too, I think that's a real sign of a good crowd. It's how actively invested they are in, like, you know, like what is it they're yelling out? Is it like smart aleck stuff, or is it like this where they're going like, kill him, Necro, kill him,
Yeah.
you know? or like this fan who I clipped here who says,
Fuck our wage.
yep.
Yeah, fuck him. No handshake at the start of this match.
Yeah, that's where Loki's from, I think.
And I would say it's better because of that.
Oh yeah, totally. I love like Necro's kicks. Like they're not as like artful as Loki's, but they still look so good. And I love how both Necro and Loki have this, where like they go for kicks and they end up not hitting like the predetermined spot. You know, they're not all in the chest. Some of them like end up lagging towards like the shoulder or like, you know, the ribs, and it just looks so cool. There's a point where so like Loki hits a John Woo to Necro, and then Ben Jordan goes, oh, he calls that the John Woo, and Jim Fannin goes, I think Necro thinks his name is John Woo right now. And I'm just thinking, oh, imagine if someone told me, it's like, how was it to direct the killer? And then, you know, Necro, he is dying for everything. It's a beautiful thing how, like, he's so implacable and so unstoppable, and yeah, everything hurts for him, you know? Everything brings him down. There's still such a humanity to him. He tries making a comeback by, like, doing this, like, big punch, but then Loki just assassinates him some more. And then, like, it's so great when, like, you know, Necro's down on the ground and, like, Loki just starts doing, like, shitty little punt to the head. Must suck so bad. Punt. It's wonderful stuff. And then, you know, he takes his shirt off of Necro, and fucking, man, he's doing all his chops. And then, you know, to your point, Mongolian chop. Ah! Pretty good. Main thing that's a negative here, fucking commentary talking about hooking the leg.
Yeah. It's like, okay, Jim, you can let your instincts go for this one, I think.
I heard someone put it best, where it was like, you know, if it's really, like, objectively better to hook the leg, then all these world-class wrestlers must be fucking idiots for not doing it. They must be stupid. You know, that's what you're putting across with this line of thinking, you know? It's like, it's such a terrible thing generally, and it makes no sense to consider this strategically when you're talking about Necro Butcher and Loki, you know?
Yeah. It's like, who cares?
Who fucking cares? Jim Fannin. And then, like, there's some koala style kicks to the face from Loki. Loki gets a table, and I love, like, the table tease here, where, like, Necro gets whipped into the table. He basically big boots the table, and then he boots Loki. He tries to powerbomb Loki, he lifts him up, and he kind of loses him. And then Loki, it's such a beautiful thing, because Loki, he counts it with like a stomp, right? It's a beautiful thing to hear the crowd here, where they see Necro lose him, and they go, you know, they react like it's a botch, you know? And then Loki, he does the stomp, and everybody's like, yeah! They are so back. They are so back into this match.
Meanwhile, Jim Fannin is freaking out because he doesn't want a table spot on his brand new canvas that he just paid for. It's like, all right, Ian, I'll buy you a canvas. It's Mania weekend. We don't want that. We don't want that one that looks like everyone's shit all over it.
Yeah. Do you like Loki's flag nothing?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Flag nothing into a lariat. I love Necro Butcher's front kick. It's such a great front kick, you know, just like putting his leg out there, putting his old leggy out there.
Yeah, his little dirty feet. He's
God
got like
damn,
this,
yeah.
he's got like this weird little, like I can't tell whether it's like an old gash or like a bruise on like his ankle. It's like, oh, this guy's gross.
Was he wearing boots in 2002?
I can't quite remember. It would seem weird if he was.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think of him as a barefoot guy.
I think it's time. Sabu! And
Sabu!
then Sabu! And then Sabu! Three fucking Sabus, all of them perfect. All of them fucking perfect, man. Jesus fucking Christ. I love the fan who sees this happen, you know. He sees this brutality take place and he notices Loki putting his hands up. He's like, take it like a man, Loki. Concuss yourself. So there's that. And then Necro goes for a fourth one. And Loki, he gets up his arms, he's like blocking it. But it was a feint. It was a ruse. Because he's going to do the chair slam now. I loved how this chair slam looked, man. It was so sloppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where Jim Fannin mentions the canvas being ripped. Who cares, Jim Fannin? Your money is down the drain anyway. Necro,
you're in the wrestling business, bro. It's time to lose all of your money.
Necro gets him in a fireman's carry, but then Loki grabs the key clutch, the dragon sleeper that he does, and then after that he does a double stomp. It'd been a good while since I'd seen Necro Butcher do a tagger driver. He has such a snapchat, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, they look fucking great.
It's wonderful. By this point, Loki's elbow pad is fucked up. Like, I've literally never seen it before, where an elbow pad just like is all torn up and stuff. It looks very funny. And now it's time for some more tabling. Some more tabling. They're in an interesting position where like the table is like, basically up their ass, and like Necro is facing Key, who's on the top rope. He's gonna try and do like a Tiger Driver awesome bomb type thing, but then Loki 12 to 6 elbows his skull, and then he fucking lays him down on the table. And this is like so cool, man. Like, it literally feels like some fucking like, oh man, this is when James Bond would murder someone. Like, he just lays his head down on a table and you know what's coming. He stomps him through the fucking table, and that does not get the win, but like, yeah,
like genuinely awesome near fall from it.
Oh yeah,
obviously near falls can be overdone, but this one was just fucking chef's kiss.
Oh perfect. yeah it's perfect because like it's Necro Butcher.
Yeah,
not going to buy that like fucking Sammy Guevara can kick out of that,
Yeah, then Loki, he just wrenches the fuck out of a dragon sleeper. Necro does a frantic struggle to get out of it. It's so good.
And then he dies.
But he does not give up, because that is not an option. That would be gay.
Yeah.
He just gradually loses consciousness in the middle of the ring. Two unproblematic WokeBaes having a perfect match. Mega twisty.
A little twisty.
That's our answer to big twisties and mega twisties for now. Just pressing it a bunch of times.
yeah. This is.
And what kind of promo does this match get from Ian?
Oh,
the respect promo.
Oh, I need to like find a way to add like echo or something like that. To be like respect promo.
Respect promo. It's been so long since I've seen one, man.
Oh yeah.
It's so good. It's almost as good as the match.
Yeah, yeah. So like the crowds, they are. I don't think I've heard this before. Where they just go, they don't go like thank you Necro, thank you Loki. They just go thank you, thank you, thank you. It's nice. I like it. And you know they're also asking for a rematch. And Ian gets on the mic and he says, "I'm not going to promise anything." But if they could get
But
it,
he
then,
does
yeah.
it. He does it eventually. They have a rematch, and I've never seen it, so maybe that goes on the list as well. Man, I was just thinking, like, what fucking show was it where a crowd chanted "We're not worthy"?
Oh man.
That might have actually been Oh yeah, it was Danielson versus Ospreay, I think.
Oh really? Like from just this year?
Yeah.
Wow. Have some respect for yourself, AEW fans.
Yeah, it was a cool match, but you know, that's what you're paid to see. I think cool matches.
I know you get called virgins all the times by Ice Cube's son, but have some self-worth, please.
Or as Deuce would say, the neck breads.
Oh my god.
The neck breads are out in force for this one.
Yeah. Ian.
Speaking of neck breads, though, it's time for a Chris Hero match.
Oh my god. Chris Hero.
I mean, I guess he doesn't actually have a neck beard, but you know.
Spiritually?
Yeah, spiritual neckbeard possessor Chris Hero, aka King James, versus Milano Collection AT, aka Ving Rhames.
Yeah.
So what were your immediate thoughts about this being the main event?
Oh, unwise.
Yeah. What the fuck, this main event, Ian? I mean, I figured it out once I realised that they were going quite long. I was like, there we go. They're going quite long.
Yeah. Like, I'm just trying to think about the demand for a Milano Collection AT. Because, like, obviously by this point, Dragon Gate has been about, and, like, you know, people study its tape. It's been uploaded on the damn ditch and stuff, right? But, like, you know, I feel like Milano is, like, not the sort of guy who you would put in, like this is positioned like it's like Joe versus Kobashi.
Yeah.
And it's not that.
I do know that the day before ROH, I think it's Supercard of Honor. That's the one where they have that big acclaimed Dragon Gate tag, like an 8-man tag.
Right, yeah.
So he probably flew along with those guys. I don't think he's in that match, but he probably flew along with those guys.
Yeah, I can imagine so.
So he's here. And
Yeah,
I don't really. I've probably seen him like twice or something, but I don't really know much about him, other than that he retired, and he did New Japan commentary in the mid-2010s.
He still does it to this day.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how Sanada does the Paradise look, where you tie a guy up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's Milano's move, and the whole time Sanada was like looking towards him and giving the thumbs up, and Milano would be like, "Good job." That's great. I've not seen like a ton of him either. I would have seen one of those big acclaimed Toryumon 4-ways, where it's like a 4-way 6-man. So it's like a 24-man, and you know they'd be going like so fast. Oh my god, you know, and stuff. And you know, I think it's fine enough. You know, that's the thing. It's like, you know, I think bringing Milano over to do like his spots or whatever would be like fine if it's like in the middle of the show. I think putting it in the spotlight of like a main event where, like, you know,
And especially following that match.
yeah, exactly. Like,
It is a pretty crazy decision there from Ian.
the acclaim he gets is very polite from the crowd, you know.
Yeah.
And you notice that.
I was unsure about him, but then he comes out with an invisible dog on a leash. So I was
The
like,
Invisible Dog
okay,
is really good.
Okay, I like this guy.
Yeah, fun stuff.
And the dog is named Mikhail.
his dog's named Mikkel. You know, he like he'll pass by a fan and then make it like, whoa, back. You know, as Vegas.
Yeah.
So Chris Hero is now a heel.
No, big bastard, Chris Hero.
We remember him being such a paragon of virtue in 2002, the face of IWA, but then he lost a match to, was it Eric Cannon, right?
Yeah.
And then he snaps and becomes entirely different wrestler, where, you know, they say a lot in commentary, he doesn't even do the cravat anymore. He'd be doing the cravat here, but he doesn't do that anymore. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he dropped the cravat, but like when they were saying like what a different wrestler that he is now, he kind of seems like the same guy, but he'll turn to the fans and say "fuck you."
Yeah.
He's still basically doing the same stuff.
Yeah. No, he's a bad boy. He's a bad widow boy. Is Chris Hero. He's coming into this match with like they had wrestled before, and Chris Hero kicked Milano in the dick and won, but then Milano eliminated him from the Cybernetico in Chikara. So there's a lot of heat here that they're bringing out to IWA Mid-South. I think it is a bit fucking... If I were Ian Rotten, I would find it a bit unacceptable that both my commentators just admit, yeah, I've never watched Milano before.
I wonder what Jim does watch. Because sure as shit ain't WWE. He's not watching Japan. I very much doubt he's watching Mexico. He probably just watches like one match of the guys that they book. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you like, Jim Fannin? We know what you hate, and we are in that list. But what do you like? What brings you joy?
Yeah. I was gonna say like fucking trying to think of what's his Twitter, like college football or something like that, but no, he complains about that too. So
yeah, he hates it. I guess there's a team called UK football, and I'm always like, oh, he's watching Da Prem.
yeah,
Keep watching Manu, bro. No.
He does think it's a very good use of your money to subscribe to this person he knows OnlyFans.
Yeah, he still likes jacking off, I guess. That can go on the good list. Jerking off. He likes the sort of thick with 2 C's ladies.
Sure.
That's why he wanted Daizee Haze to eat the cheeseburger. So it's like, can you please get a lot more cellulite on your ass, please? and I will pay you fucking $4 a month.
It's fucked up. Jim Fannin, you want horny son of a gun. So this main event, it is fucking... So like it suffers from the structure and the placement where, you know, there's been so much stuff that's happened and this does not significantly top any of it. And also the structure is such where, main thing I think about is like, there's a point where you think like, okay, this is reasonably hot, maybe finish, but no. And it keeps going. You know, keeps going to the point where you're like, this is still going. Which even if
checked it, it's only like 2-3 minutes longer than Loki versus Necro, but it feels like 15 minutes longer.
Yeah.
It's crazy that perception of time.
I think in this character, Chris Hero, he's having his damn cake and eating it too. Because like, it's not enough that he is like this cowardly character who is a bastard. But he also must be like strong, and you know, like when it comes time to do like rope running sequences, he gets chopped and he's like, ah, and also does run. Why are you doing that, bro? You are at a heel.
There's spots where he keeps thinking he outsmarted Milano, like he'll like dodge a move or something, and then he'll turn 180 degrees away from him and be like, ah, and then you get pwned.
There's a point during the Chris heat where, sort of, as I said, like, you know, I think he's literally got like a chin lock on or something like that, right? And the commentator is basically asked, "Why no cravat?" You always did cravats. And like, there's a Paradise Lock end up ropes. Like, he ties you up, does Milano, and you know, he does the drop kick to it, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Then like they talk about Chris Hugh.
Who was it who did that? Yano was doing that for a bit as well, wasn't he?
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, like his.
And he'd usually like just boot him in the butt or whatever.
Kick him directly in the asshole.
Yeah, that's my 2015 G1 memories coming back to me.
Oh, yo, do you fucking remember in 2015 G1 when Yano accidentally headbutts Tenzan and busts his head open? Yo,
Tenzan does the diving headbutt and just like completely fucks his own shit up.
Yeah,
that was a good one. And also, Tenzan versus Gallows was a very funny, like, none of these guys can move match.
Yeah, Doc Gallows.
And then,
sick.
and then Honma stuff in that G1 is just. I need to go through the Honma stuff in that G1 because he was just magnificent. Oh my god! Like, I'm not that big of a fan of round robin tournaments just because of like the time that you have to put into it. But Honma, he made it worth the investment with his not just the kokeshis but the teas of the kokeshi.
Oh, absolutely.
And the fact that he was always eating the fat L, but then a couple of times he won, and I was like,
yeah. Like that's the nice thing about like you know, like a like 2-7 record or something like that. You know, it's like it's not like just one pop; it's a couple, and they all feel good. Fucking, I remember I was in like summer school, and I had to go into the library and just watch the G1 on a torrent on my laptop, and like I would just like sit through literally everything. So like at a certain point, I like watched so many trios matches. I was just like, ugh. And I started like making up shit in my head, like, oh my god, Yoshihashi is defending the Brass Knuckles title right now against Ren Narita. And it made it funner. In fact, this is how Yoshihashi became one of my favorite New Japan wrestlers. Good tournament. But this here is a match where they are talking about Chris Hugh being Superman, and they say, "You can outrun Superman. His girlfriend told me he's faster than a speeding bullet."
Pow!
So Roman
Sleep for the best records.
Roman was saying that he is bad at sex. It make it sense. Then like what did you think of Chris Hugh's injury?
Yeah, he does that thing where he flips over the top rope and he uses the apron to land on his feet, and he lands off balance, and injury angle ensues, and it lasts for maybe too long.
Yeah,
as like two or three guys are going, Bobby.
Oh god,
do a double stomp through a table, you fucking pieces of shit.
yeah.
But yeah, eventually Hero reveals that he was being a sneaky bastard, and he jumps Milano as Milano is helping him up.
Yeah.
And then he leaps about a bunch like fucking Kurt Angle doing the taunt.
Yeah.
He's like, tee, my leg's fine.
My leg is fucking fine. Yeah. It's a big ask to have a whole show where like people are murdered literally, and then to ask your audience to be like, oh my god, he tweaked his knee. This is bad. He then like is continuing to beat up Milano. He is saying to him, "You're Italian. You know Tracy Smothers?" So that's pretty cool. And then for some reason there's a Monkey Boy chant directed at Chris Hero.
Yeah, Hero does not like being called Monkey Boy. And apparently this dates back a long time.
Yeah.
But I don't recall him ever being called Monkey Boy. I'm not sure why they would. Who was that guy who was Monkey Boy? It was like in FWA, right?
In FWA, that's right, yeah. Oh.
It's the Monkey Boy, Mark Sloan.
Mark. Yeah, and I remember the heel commentator would be like, "Don't call him Monkey Boy, he's champion." And the guy would be like, "That may be true, but he's still a Monkey Boy."
Yeah, I don't know why they called him Monkey Boy. I guess maybe his ears do be sticking out a bit.
Oh, right, okay, sure. Wow.
That's all I got in terms of why he'd be the Monkey Boy.
He's making a monkey out of Milano here. Milano will get chopped, and he'll go, "Ah!" And then he dodges a shot by doing the Matrix and stuff. And then he will try some Matrix, but Milano's too smart for him. So then the Paradise Lock, like the actual submission of like pulling the heel up, gets locked in. It gets put out of, like, Hero gets the ropes. He gets the fireman's carry on, and he doofs the ref. Oh no! Brace Remsburg is fucked up here. And indeed, Milano gets like a submission on, which he was tapping to, but there's no ref around for it. And, like,
well, he couldn't tap because it's like he's got both of his hands.
Yes, it's true.
So he's saying, "I give, Milano, I give."
Yeah, it's pretty goofy. Like this is where it's like pretty egregious how the commentary has like no information, because like Ben George's like, there it is, the AT lock, and then like later on Milano just like Kimura, and you're like, oh that's the AT lock. It's your fucking job to know, bro. Fucking shit. So yeah, there's that spot. Brace Remsburg now is like fully on Milano's side and not on Chris Hero's side, because he counts slow for Chris Hero and stuff, or at least Hero thinks he counts slow, and Hero hits a low blow on Milano, and if you remember your Chikara history, this nets him the W, but this time it doesn't. And then like Brace gets called a piece of shit because Hero literally does like the full on like, I tell you count 1, 2, 3, but you do not. Which is always good when a wrestler does that. The shove gets Milano the opportunity to do the Armani shoe exchange 4-2, which that was sort of the point where I was like, that'd be a fine enough finish. Like, Chris Hero fucks up the ref, so the ref can like fucks them over. But instead, it keeps going, and then Hero fucking muscles them into a Boston Crab and points him. Very odd. And people.
And then as soon as it finishes, a pretty funny visual of like 75% of the crowd just leaving immediately. They're like, right,
Christ.
That's the final bell. Time to go.
Time to fucking leave. And like,
and Chris Hero's like, where are you going?
Yeah, like that is one of those things where like I guess that's him playing into his heel character, but also kind of looks like, it looks sad.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that before quite dramatically as that.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they were running late, or they had a bust to catch or something. I don't know. But yeah, quite amusing to see that. What you really want it to end on is a respect promo. But we already got that.
Yeah,
So it's just, such a weird placement.
Like, instead of respect promo, it's just like the polite golf clap for Milano,
Yeah.
Which, yeah. But was it a joke?
No. IWA Mid-South is no joke.
Damn straight. Even if their card structures are insane.
And many funny things happen. Yeah, I guess the match was alright. Obviously, the main complaint is just the placement of it. Any match would struggle to follow Key versus Necro. But Ian, he just thought, right, this will be the longest, so it will be the last. God bless him for all his quirks and his flaws. Ian Rotten.
It's like a conflict within Ian's mind where there's this, like, rough and tumble, like, not even, like, necessarily, like, hardcore, really. Because, there are some spots in Necro vs. Key, but by and large, like, what is it you remember? You remember just, like, the brutality of flesh on flesh, right?
Yes.
But for some reason, he appears to feel that, like, this must, like, seed ground to, like, technical wrestling, which it's just a dynamic of IWA Mid-South where, like, you have these matches that, like, they're, like, noticeably a bit too long, but, like, it's embodying this feeling that Ian has where it's like, this right here is this is an NWA title match, bro. It's gotta go in the main event, and we have to respect it. But, sometimes I just want to see you bleed a lot or something, man,
Yep.
But it's not something that I could ever wish to change. It's just the IWA Mid-South feeling,
It's so true. But overall, pretty fucking great show.
Yeah.
Everything at worst was watchable, and I would say most things were great. Twisties.
Yeah.
A little twisty.
Just
Yeah,
like that.
exactly, Roy Knight.
What?
But yeah, we got one of the best indie matches of all time, or at least a decade. And you got fucking Tank and Toby Klein. Got fucking Spike Dudley. We got Marek Brave murking himself. A great use of like 3 hours 20 of my life.
I'd agree.
And lots of stuff there was a joy to reconnect with, like not seeing an Ian Respect promo in so long. Haven't even seen like Loki and Necro in quite a while. Or at least not Prime Necro. I might have seen like something he did recently, but
Yeah. IWA-MS is the best promotion ever. Thank you, Ian Norton, for your lack of jokes.
yeah, it's no joke. I ain't laughing. I'm sitting here with a straight face. Because that was some IWA-MS. And they are no joke.
I still feel like such a partisanship. Like, if I see, like, fucking Snowman, be like, oh, what the fuck is with IWA Mid-South and the way they're brooking this? I'm like, you shut up. Shut up! And, like, also to even just, like, 2 days ago, I saw someone, like, make a joke, like, oh, because, like, fucking Cody Rhodes is buying that ring for Uganda. They're like, oh, oh, he should buy a ring for IWA Mid-South that isn't disgusting. And I was like, you shut the fuck up too. I love that ring.
Damn, what a topical reference.
You should buy Ian Rosen a ring generally. He needs it.
Yeah, that's funny that, like, just everybody in American wrestling and also Brit Wrest are just like banding together to just ruin that shit in like record time.
Oh yeah. Like
we're gonna have to switch to those Indian guys that were doing it, I think, a few years ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like the ones who are like doing the Royal Rumble, and it's these like very scrawny Indian kids just like wearing the replica belts. Like, I'm John Cena.
Yeah, that's. I think better. They're bumping like crazy in the soft ground wrestling because it's the soft ground wrestling.
Yeah,
It's not the planks of wood with a thin bit of padding wrestling. So who knows how the future of that will pan out. Maybe they'll all become world champion. All because of Cody Rhodes' pocket. Because Cody Rhodes is invited to the cookout. That's how he got his invitation. He's like, big up Uganda.
did you hear Brian Alvarez's thing
I
on
did.
that?
I did. It was very charming. I thought. I don't often think Brian Alvarez is charming, but just like completely miss the point in such a funny way. And everyone's like, "Oh damn, he bringing potato salad with raisins." Yeah, good on him.
That clip has probably one of my favorite Dave Meltzer habits, where like he's listening to someone and he really wants to say something, so he's listening with, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Good shit. So, Connor. What's the fucking grapplometer saying, boy?
Oh, let's see. Let's fire up this old grapplometer now. It was quite scary last time, but this time the grapplometer. Oh, here it is now. It's time to just feed this in. Oh my goodness. Whoa. The grapplometer is going crazy here. Here we go. The grapplometer rating is 2307.
Wow. That is a number. Fuck yeah, man. They're no joke. Try laughing at them fucking now. You can't.
Oh my goodness.
So now, it's time to get to what I have picked for next time. And you know when we agreed last time out that okay, from now on we'll make our next picks a surprise from each other.
Certainly, yeah.
I kind of had this in mind, knowing what was coming, because I wanted to just spring it on you and be like, "Pow, bitch!"
Oh no! Big
so
dog,
I'm gonna.
no.
I'm gonna put this into the Discord chat. There's a P at the start of the URL, the URL.
Oh yeah.
So that you don't surprise it before you spoil it before you click on it.
Okay.
So just copy and paste it and remove the P.
Right. Okay.
And play it live if you can. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Alright. Paste and go. Covering my eyes. Oh.
I like this slow bit. It's twisted.
You've been so concerned how Will Ospreay made Jimmy Havoc disappear for a year. What you're forgetting is I am the one that made you go. I am the one that battered you. That put an end to Jimmy fucking
Wembley!
Think what we did last time.
This music. There's DQ.
No DQ, mate. Oh, fucking hell.
So that there was the promo video for Paul Robinson versus Jimmy Havoc, and the thing that made me laugh so much was seeing Robo just pop into frame.
The match where he's the special referee and he does the storm. Kevin would know the exact date of that match.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be like 8/28/18.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it as well. God, yeah.
Yeah, I might have just remembered it after all this time. Anyway, that's right, mate. The next show we're going to bloody do is a little bit of the Progly. Progly chapter 78. Alright, Wembley.
Hello, Wembley.
Hello, Wembley. You alright, boy? That is from 2018. Fuck knows what happened in 2018, but we'll find out. And, Progly, it's time to revisit all these cancelled guys.
Oh yeah,
and the fat cunt. And I think it'll be a good time.
Yeah, I think so too. I was thinking there, like, when we remember the Spit Monkey Boy, like, man, I've been missing like English wrestlers in my life. So this is wonderful.
I was so tempted to mention it when you were talking about going to Noah and there are going to be loads of progress guys. This is your homework. This is your practice.
This is my homework. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this and go to that show and be like, why the fuck is like Chris Brooks' partner if champion here? What happened? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's coming next. We hope that you are almost medically ill from anticipation.
While you're convalescing from your illness, you should keep it live on our social media pages, where you can see the clips from previous episodes, giving you life with footage. The last one released at time of recording was about a guy who threw shit and piss.
Yeah, and that got some views from people who wanted to watch like paranormal activity videos. God bless the algorithm, and God bless our link tree, which is in the bio, the description. Link tree in bio. Wherever you're listening to this.
Yes.
All that's left now is for a nice fucking loaf of fucking bread.
I'm a man who don't complain about the weather or the rain. I find it makes no difference anyway. Now I have but one regret that I haven't mentioned yet. It's all about the bread we get today. I can get myself a nice lobster or a nice broad apron crab. When I'm a little bit hungry, a nice little herring I've had. I can get myself a nice mushroom to go along with eggs in bed. I can get myself a nice mother, but I can't get a nice loaf of bread. No more you can. I'm a discontented man, and I don't quite understand That's why I put this question up to you. In the world we live today, can you come to me and say just why they make the bread the way they do? I can get myself a nice turkey or a nice sold duck as well. Where there's chicken and gravy, they're the most exciting smell. With a pin I can tickle and winkle, but just like I have said, I can get myself a nice funeral, but I can't get a nice loaf of bread.